In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us. Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay 1 P&P all day.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Morning! Now, it's a miracle we're even here today. Everything that could have gone wrong with the computers and the Wi-Fi and everything, up until 2 seconds ago, we didn't even have Facebook Live and YouTube. I know, but we have now. So, shall we do today's early bird? Here it is, early bird. They are friction pens, friction pens. Right, that's not your price. That is not your price. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Are you watching? So you're getting 3 pens. You're paying for... two. You're paying for... £7.81. Oh, £7.81. Oh, it should be £7.98. It should be... Paul's pressed the wrong button. Paul's pressed the wrong button. You're getting it for less than you should be getting it for. It should have gone to £7.98. So you're getting extra money off for Paul. Thank you, little Paul. You get a green one, a violet one, and a blue one. They're friction pens. If you've never come across a friction pen before, you can use them on paper. That's what they were designed for. You put them on paper, write on paper. If I had any, I'd show you. There was some here earlier. It's gone. There's some in here, thanks Emma. Anyway, you can write on paper and then you rub it off with this. It's not a normal eraser. I'll just move my head shut. It's not a normal eraser because it creates friction and heat, and that's what rubs it off. However, if you mark on fabric, I'll just show you on paper, right? So you write on paper, right? And then you just go like this at the end. And it's the heat that is making the ink disappear, right? Then, and now I haven't got an iron on, but if the same thing happens on fabric, you can mark it onto a piece of fabric, do your markings, iron it, disappears. I know. Now, please, as always, like we always say with all marker pens, please test the fabric that you're going to be using before you do it to make sure that it works. But you get a lot, what colour? Green, violet and blue. Green, violet and blue in there. Remember, once you've done that and checked out, paid your P&P, that is your P&P done for the whole day, for both Sewing Street and for Yarn Lane. Oh, lots of you coming in. Hello, good morning. So who says hello? Margaret says hello. Dawn says hello. Paula says hello. Margaret says hello. Anne says good morning. Looking forward to seeing Sally Stevens later. Oh, she's having a nightmare with her hair this morning, Anne. Leslie says good morning. Susan says good morning. Emily says good morning. Happy Saturday. Princess says good morning. Loads of you there. Suzanne says good morning. Hang on, where's that one gone? Suzanne says good morning. Glennis says good morning, John and team. Anne says morning, John. June says morning. Today can only get better. Have a fabulous show. Laurie says good morning. Have a great... What's a zag? What's a zag, Laurie? Morning, John and team. Have a great zag. Don't know what that is. Patsy says good morning, John and everyone. I don't know what zag means. I have to say as well, Anne Hamilton says she loves little Paul. Do you know him? Hang on, I'm just going to look at the pens again. Oh, there's something wrong with my earpiece this morning. Anyway, you're getting these for less. They're supposed to be $7.98. $7.98. It's supposed to be you buy 3, you pay for 2. That's what it's supposed to be. But for some reason, little Paul took it lower. Message on the bottom. Good morning, John and team, from Joanne in Lincolnshire. Good morning, Joanne. How are you, my lovely? Another message. Oh, it's very busy this morning. Good morning, John. Love Crystal. How are you, Crystal? How's Blake? How's Blake? Ah. Yeah, stock up on your Frixion pens or give them as gifts. Give them as gifts if you're not going to use them. Lynn Tuitt says, I love Frixion pens. It's good to have some different colours. Sue says, good morning. Looking forward to seeing Sally. Ema says, good morning. Do what, Paul? Say that again. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Paul said that yesterday he went shopping, tea bags were 2 for 1, so he bought 2. What did you say? I thought you said half price. Oh, just on offer, not even 2 for 1. Oh, it's not even worth it then, is it? This is 3 for 2, you see, that's even better. Not that you can make a cup of tea out of these, obviously. At 7.81. Keep going through, keep going through, keep going through. Yeah, we nearly didn't have Facebook Live. I was having a bit of a cold sweat before we came on. Literally as we were literally coming on air, it clicked in. Literally, how many times can I say literally in a sentence? And well, I'm not over the moon. I wouldn't go that far. I'm going to sneeze. Just sanitize. Oh! Did you see that? Just watch. It's gone all over my shirt and everything. Oh, is it a bit clogged, that one? I'll let Sally Stevens have that one. Hang on, let's swap them over. It's gone right up to my elbow. All over my shirt and everything. I might roll the sleeves up so it. Okay, we're going to need that now. We're only supposed to have one early bird, but I'm going to do a second one. It's not really an early bird. I think it's in here by mistake, but there's no management in today. Paul's in here by mistake, he says. Yeah. Right, let me put those away. Right. This has got nothing to do with the hour, but we're going to play it anyway. Look, they are the Sheba Guys Sash Coat Essentials. It's all over the table. It's everywhere. Look, you're saving £5. Saving £5. They are 12 weight threads, right? In those gorgeous colours. Oh, I can't open it. Can't open that one. Anyway, you get does it say on there what colour? Oh, yeah, there you go. You get white, green, blue, red, black, and a variegated. £5 off. £5 off. Patricia says, morning, John, we love you, from Pat in Blackpool. Oh, Pat, thank you. I always mean to come back to Blackpool. Wen says, morning, John, hope you're well. I'm all right. My wounds are healing. They look worse than they are, but all good. $42.99. I know, £5 off. I just thought I'd give you, because they're not supposed to be here. They were just in the box. So I'm playing them. £5 off. I know. Now, remember, they're 12 weight, these. They're 12 weight. That's the thickest thread that Orifil do. They're fab Sashiko essentials from the Sheba guys. Look them up. They've got Sheba. Oh, they've got Sheba E-News, like Sally Stevens. Look them up on Instagram. Sheba E... What's the dog called? Shubu-Nu, something like that. Sheba Unu, it must be, or something like that. I'll ask Sally later anyway. She's got 2. Right, I'm going to put that away. Shall have a look at today's menu. Here we go. Make sure you check out your basket. So at 8 o'clock, we have got fabulous fabrics, brand new. All 3 of them. I've got 3 collections. I've got 2 panels, and I've got... Oh, we didn't get the blooming... Because everything's been going on, we didn't get the open things out. Never mind. I'll open these. No, these are different ones. Then now, at 9 o'clock, Sally Stevens is here doing her very own design. It's called Castellations. That's the one that Sally's made. We haven't got that colourway. That's one she's made before. We've got this colourway. Have we got a picture of the colourway Sally's done? There you go. Obviously, that's a computer-generated picture. We've got it in that colourway and 3 or 4 other colourways as well. And that one too. Aren't they lovely? Right, so that's Castellations. Then at 10 o'clock, we've got Quilting Tools. Then at 11 o'clock, now we've had the Pam Nicky Lynn top book now for a week, and we've sold hundreds of books. We are going to be making one of them. I say we. Sally Stevens is going to be making one of them today. Yeah. So now the actual quilt looks like that. Now that's not we've not got that colorway. That was the one from the Pam and Nicky book, right? But we've got one. Well, the one that Sally's going to be demonstrating is this colorway. Just a few of the blocks there. Now I have got to point something out. Sally was sent the solid orange. We have got the mottled orange in our... But so what it is, the way that hour is going to work is we've got, was it 3 or 4, where you can pick your background colour. And then we've also got your fat quarter bundles. And you can pick which fat quarter bundle you want to put with which background. 3 backgrounds and 4 fat quarter colour bundles. I know. Brilliant. So that's that hour. And then we run all the way down to Yarn Lane. Now, I've not got a guest on Yarn Lane today. What's the matter, Paul? Oh, he's calling baby, singing, baby. No guest, but we're doing baby makes at 12 o'clock on Yarn Lane. So it's just me at 12 o'clock. Right, there are 3 ways you can get in touch. The first way is by email. Message the studio at studio@sewingstreet.com. Then you can send a Facebook Live message, which are the ones I've been reading out. Lucy says, morning, John. So lovely you're back on Sewing Street. I'm home from my holidays now. Looking forward to seeing Sally. Lucy, I've been back for a week now, haven't I? And then Claire says, morning, John and all. Love that shirt. Thank you very much indeed. Right, okay, so then the third way you can get in touch is by going to the website. www.sewingstreet.com. You click on watch the live show. There's the message box on the right hand side there. Just write your message. They're the ones that come up in the white box across the bottom of the screen. Now, if you scroll down, you will see there are 2 columns. On the left hand side, there are all the items that we've shown you so far. So obviously that's just the early bird there. Extra low price. Thank you to Paul. And then you can click on pre-order, and that is everything that we have got for the next 4 hours. So there you go. There's all the brand new fabrics. Brand new fabrics. Now, one of them's missing. One of the little tools is missing. Oh, hang on. There's design roll. There you go. Design rolls. Then under that, we've got the extra wide backing. Then there's Sally's pat. Now, the way you can buy Sally's is, can you just drop down? But there you go. What you can buy Sally's, you can either buy the quilt instructions on their own, you can buy any of the design rolls on their own, or we've got one that's actually, a whole... Oh, actually, you're saving money. You're saving money if you do that, look. You're saving £5 if you do that. Anyway, scroll down. There's the other options. Then we've got tools, rulers and threads and rulers and pressing mats and wadding and clips and pins and more friction pens at the higher price. So buy the early bird. Then this is where we go on now. This is the Fat Quarters book. Hang on. So there's the book from Pam and Nicky Lynn top. We've sold hundreds of those this week. Then we've got some extra wide backings. Then, right now, if you look, so these are the 4 colorways that you can make the squares out of. I'll show you them in detail. Then if you scroll down a little bit more, there's an orange background and background and binding. There's a blue one and there's a green one. So you chose that. Then that's it. That's it. Then we go to Yarn Lane, and Yarn Lane's all on pre-order as well, isn't it? Yep, Yarn Lane is all on pre-order as well if you want to go there. It's all baby makes and patterns and books and yarn and things like that. No demo today, though. There's nobody doing any knitting. Well, Little Paul, you were meant to do it. Did nobody tell you? Little Paul was meant to be demoing and modelling, but nobody told him. Right, so I've got three different ranges of fabric. I've got golfing, I've got coffee, and I've got man cave. Where would you like to go first? Coffee first, okay. It's not called coffee, but that's what I've just called it. Now, there's no mega bundle. There's no mega bundle. So each of these, but I'm going to show you all the fabrics in the range. Each of these available by the half metre. Beautiful. So let's start with the teapots or coffee pots. I'm not sure what it's called. JFU 176. Oh, coffee bunnies. That's what it's called. Coffee bunnies. You see, the thing is, a lot of those are teapots. Oh, it's called teapots. There's a mistake. Paul, have you done it again? Right, we should not be selling fabrics by the half metre at £6.49. I don't know what's happened there. No, better check that one out. Oh, yeah, Lucy's been on holiday, hasn't been able to get any signal. Ah, right, okay, so it's light teal, the background. It's got a kind of print on the background. I don't know if you can see that. Can you come in, Emma, and see the background? Because the background's got a little white print on it. And then you've got teapots. Even though it's called coffee bunnies, these are teapots. Well, you see, are they? Because that's a coffee pot, isn't it? That's definitely a coffee pot. But that's a teapot. The others are all teapots. Well, maybe that's a teapot. I've just not never come across one like that. What a wonderful way to spend my birthday. Sonja, we all send you lots of birthday love. Aww. I don't know the teapot song. Paul's singing it for you. Well, I say singing in a loose sort of way. At £6.49 for half metre. Now, remember, you're buying this off the bolt. You can buy as much as you want as long as it's in half metre increments. It's 100% cotton, machine washable, quilting weight. Be make a nice blouse, that, wouldn't it? Blouse or a tea cosy. Or blouse and tea cosy matching. Hilary said, John, going for our flu jabs this morning. Oh, now isn't that funny? We were just talking about that, Hilary. Because Sally Stevens has had her flu jab, but she's not had her booster yet. Yeah, my brother, warn your mum, warn Barbara that she won't be able to move her arms the next day. My brother, the surgeon, he had his flu jab and his booster jab on the same day, and the next day he was operating like that. No. But Sally had her flu jab and her arm's fine. I haven't been called in for either of mine yet. Derek Calder, how the devil are you? Little Paul, Emma and John, and my favourite shirt. Oh, thank you. I do miss your singing on a Monday night, Derek. No, he's back at he's back at school teaching, and he's got rehearsals for 3 musicals that he's doing. Right, then this one, another one on light teal. Yep. I love it because the selvage is carrot cake. The selvage is well, not showing the colours. It's just got 3. They're rabbits, look there. That's why it's called coffee bunnies. But they're teacups. Coffee beans in the background. Mug of coffee. Hang on, is it upside down? Is it multi? Oh, no, it's multi-directional. No, look, because look. Multi-directional. Yeah, it'd be like Hannah yesterday. She had so much coffee yesterday. She was bouncing off the walls. She's at a wedding today with her boyfriend. He's in tails. Won't be yet, though. They'll still be asleep, won't they? I wonder if they're watching in their hotel room. Paul says, good morning, Hannah, if you're watching. No, she won't be awake yet. It's 8:15. Message on the bottom. Morning, John. They are all teapots because the spouts on the teapots come from the bottom. Oh, and coffee pots from the top. Well, I never knew that. Who's that from? Sue in Cumbria. Thank you, Sue. Never knew that. How unusual. I never knew that. Wow. Loving the bunnies, says Claire. Another little message on my bottom. Good morning, John. You're a ray of sunshine on this very foggy day in Windsor. Good morning, everyone, from Maxine. Anna Soynut's in London, and it's foggy there as well. Misty there. Wasn't misty. Normally, I get in my village with thick mist, but not today. Okay, now I've got the same fabric, but in a kind of, it's not coffee coloured, tea coloured. I don't know what colour you'd call this. What colour have they called it? Yellow, they'll have called it. No. That's not strawberry blush. No, 68. 68. Yeah, 68. Hang on, let me just check. It's LDUI 68. I was going to say, that's not strawberry blush. It's more like caramel. Oh, yellow. There you go, yeah. It's not yellow. It's not yellow. That's yellow. I've got a blush strawberry coming up. Definitely got a blush strawberry coming up. £6.49 for half a metre. Let me waft it out for you. 100% cotton. You see, there's no, on the selvage, they normally do the colours on the selvage. On this selvage, look, they've just done, where are you? They've just done carrot cakes. We had this conversation yesterday. I don't like carrot cake either, but they all love it when it's juicy and moist. Gorgeous. It says it's on yellow. It's obviously not yellow. £6.49. Coffee bunnies, bunny teacups in yellow. Lovely. Now, I'll do the blush one next then. The strawberry blush. Now, I wonder what this has got to do with tea then. Coffee bunny, strawberry blush. What? No, never had strawberries in my tea. Can say that. Morning, John. Good to see you. Are you over the holiday blues yet, says Margaret. Oh, Margaret, I'll never be over the holiday blues. I'll be looking forward to my next one. It's weird though, isn't it? It happens every time you come home from your holidays. A week later, it feels like you've never been. It's like a distant memory, isn't it? £6.49. Not going to be able to afford to go soon if I've got to pay for my gas bill and my electricity bill the way they're rocketing. Even Martin Lewis is doing an emergency, his money show, all about gas and electricity prices this week. Yeah, I'm not supposed to know that. £6.49. No, he's telling you what to do. But everyone's affected by it, yeah. But he hasn't got any. He's telling you the best thing to do. There's no secret. Oh, I'll pay less for it. I don't know what'll happen about my gas because we don't have gas from the mains. We have LPG gas in our village because we have no gas in our village. So we have to have a tank in our garden that we have to fill. Wonder what'll happen with that. Wonder if that'll go up as well. I noticed that you have to pay a rental. Nobody told me when I bought the house you have to buy a rental. The tank is under the garden. Yeah, and you have to, so you get a bill every month for the rental of the tin thing that the gas, it's not tin, it's a metal thing that's under the grass, right? And that's gone up as well. How can it have gone up? Because it's just sat there. It's just sat there, do you know what I mean? It's nothing. Anyway, moving on. Next one is like an icons on white or ivory. Yep, that's one. Donuts on this one. Donuts, carrot cakes, coffee pot. Now look, that's a bit, where are you? That's a bit silly because that's hot. There's a carrot. There's a rabbit with a carrot in a teapot. There's a rabbit with a strawberry in a coffee pot or a percolator pot. That one's shoved the carrot down the spout of that one. Look, where are you? It's way over there, look. Look. That's like putting a potato up your exhaust pipe, isn't it? The naughty bunny. Naughty bunny. Donut looks nicer. What? Derek says, oh, he said it again. Hang on. Oh, no, he hasn't. Sorry, I thought Derek. It'll be a hot cross bunny then. Oh, no. That's funny. Hot cross bunny. Right, now I've got coffee beans in 3 different colours and varieties. I'll do the one with on the white first, or it might be pink, actually. Yep. Coffee beans. No graphics, Paul. Oh, there they are. Graphics didn't come in. Coffee bunnies, coffee beans on beige. Right. Would you call that beige? Paul, make an apron out of it. You can make a cafetiere cozy. A tote bag if you wanted to. Or you can make a bag for your recycling of your Nespresso pods. Couldn't you? So that's the beige one. There you go. So what colour's that one then? You tell me. Well, it's not 60. Pink. Coffee bunnies, coffee beans on pink. It looks like the brown has merged into the pink a bit, doesn't it? Lulu says, morning, John and crew. I've had a fab day with my mum at Ali Pally. Oh, yesterday, did you have a nice time? Who did you see that was famous? Cheryl says, so lovely to hear your lovely voice. I've hardly seen you since caring for my mum, and she doesn't like TV anymore. I thought she was going to say she doesn't like me then. I've always planned to watch you later on YouTube, but I'm shattered and can't stay awake. Oh, Cheryl. People don't realise how hard it is to care for somebody, do they? $6.49 for half a metre. Now, also, is anyone in London who fancies helping making the Amal skirt? I'll tell you more details on my Facebook later. Okay, that's the pink one. And now we've got it on banana, I'd call this colour, but they'll have called it yellow. 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 They call me yellow, yellow. £6.49 for half a metre. 100% cotton. Paul would like a shirt out of this. Well, you could, if you were going on holiday, you could have your shirt and short combo out of that, but you're not going on holiday, are you? Beautiful, £6.49. Do not expect any of the other fabrics to be £6.49 for half a metre. Well, what do you want? Do you want golf or do you want man cave? Golfing next. Right, now the names of these fabrics are really quite unusual, so just to warn you, to get my mouth around them. Why, Paul? They're quite obvious what they are. Look. This is STUQ45. Now, remember, it's for half a metre. I'll open it up. It's for half a metre. You're buying it off the bolt. Oh, $6.99 these. This is Dan Morris. This is designer fabric. You know that we had the fruits earlier this week? The bananas and the apples and the oranges. Same designer. Same designer. So what's this one called? This is called Chip Shot Golf Course Scenic Green. Yeah? Shot, not shop, not chip shop. So it's taken, looks like it's taken from antique. You know, that they don't look like modern day golfers, do they? Looks a bit vintage, doesn't it? It's what? Back in the day. Back in the day. Now, I've got this in two colours. I've got it in the green. I've got it in a beigey, lemony colour as well. This one's more, not realistic, but, you know, kind of because the green is, grass is green, isn't it? No. Well, no, they're all, hang on, because he looks like he's in a bunker. That looks like a wood. That's a wood, that one, isn't it? Is it a 5 wood, that one? For somebody who doesn't play, oh, they've all got woods. Oh, no, yeah, they've all got woods. $6.99 for half a metre. You could make a really lovely, if you're going to Ladies' Day at the golf course, you could make a really lovely wrap dress, couldn't you, out of that? It's lovely. 100% cotton, machine washable, quilting weight. Same fabric now in lemon, ending 40. Same one. I could see the golf club's a bit better on this one, actually. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not a wood. This is Dan Morris, Chip Shot Golf Course Scenic Sand Claret. It's not claret. It's a 9-9, apparently, Paul says. He knows about irons, does Paul? He's looking in the wrong direction on that one, isn't he? I don't know why they called it claret. Nice though, isn't it? I like the sandy background. It's like, oh, like the sandy background. Because it's mottled, look. It's got a mottled texture to it. Golf bag. Or to put your golf shoes in, your golfing shoes in. Oh, can you imagine wearing a hat like that while going on a golf course? Oh, you mean little covers you put on the ends of your on the end when they're in the caddy. You put them on the end of the thing. I got so excited, I forgot their names. Says, oh, of all the famous people you met, I forgot all the names. Polly Doodah store was fabulous. Ladies from Sewing Bee, Dukey. Oh, was Gary there? Cross Stitch Guild. Oh yeah, because Jane was there on Thursday. Oh, that wasn't yesterday, though, was it? And got a token for mentioning Sewing Street. Oh, yeah, you get... Oh, I shouldn't say that. You get tokens if you go there. Ask for a token for Sewing Street if you go into the Ali Pali stitching show. Okay, now I'm going to move on to... I'll give you the number because I don't know what this one's called. LPUQ59. Why not? This one is called Chip Shot Tossed Golf Green Fabric. My word. He could have just called it Green Icons, couldn't he, really? Oh, there's more of that coming up later. Yeah. Now, so the background is mottled like grass. Then you've got golf shoes. You've got flags. You've got golf carts. Oh, there's those things that Paul was talking about. The things that go over the top of your... Yeah, but what's it called? Hat. It's not called a golf hat. No. Keep carts on the path. We should have shown that to Hannah when she used to work at Buckingham Palace, shouldn't we? She used to drive one of these at Buckingham Palace to help people around the thing. And she went out and she went over this lawn. She got lost and went over this lawn. And nobody's trodden on the lawn since like 1749. And she drove a golf caddy over it. Yeah. Lovely clubhouse. Teas. Score chart. You've just had a cup of tea. And don't you be drinking all that person's oat milk. Have you? And she replied this time on a Saturday morning. Yeah, because I'll tell you a little story, right? One weekend, Paul was in with me and he went, is this your soy milk or oat milk in the fridge? I said, James, can I make a cup of tea with it? I said, yeah, of course you can, right? Not realising he was going to make 20 cups of tea with it. So when I came in the next morning to make my drink, there was this much oat milk in the bottom of the carton. You said, can I make a cup of tea? Not can I make... Anyway, there you go. $6.99 this is. On sand, this one. What are you going to make out of it? Let me know what you're going to make out of it when you get it home. A drawstring bag, says Paul. Like a PE kit bag. Father's Day's not till June, Paul. $6.99 for half a metre. I don't want to shirt test this. It's too busy. It's got no flowers on it, has it? No, but yeah. Yeah. $6.99 for half a metre. Yeah, you have. They're not with this range, though. Right, now I've got stripes. Now, this one's claret and green. No, I've got panels coming up. This is 27. Oh, okay. It's by the half metre, this. This is called Chip Shot Golf Stripe. Golf stripe, not gold. They haven't put a colour in that one, have they? They've not put a colour. Because that's definitely claret there, isn't it? I have. So we've got the golf bags. There's a name for those, aren't there? Is it? It's not a caddy, is it? Because caddy's supposed... Yeah. Then you got golf balls. Then you got golf shots. Good morning, John and team, says Donna. Donna, yeah, this is the most this is the most popular fabric of the hour so far. Overtaking the coffee as well. Oh, message. Morning, John. It's my Golf Mad hubby's... Now, we said somebody would do this. My Golf Mad hubby's 60th birthday on the 22nd, so I'm making bunting. Karen, he can't wear bunting. Well, he can, if it's that kind of birthday. But a bit of bunting and a smile. And his socks. Right, so now I've got that same fabric now, but in green and blue, I think it looks like. There you go. Oh, I like this one better. Personal opinion, personal opinion. $6.99 for half a metre. 100% cotton. Machine washable. What's it say on those golf balls? On the fairway. Eagle. On the green. Hole in one. It's nice, isn't it? The colours are lovely. $6.99 for half a metre this is. So we've had one suggestion of bunting so far. It's a brilliant suggestion, but I need more than one suggestion. No. Paul thinks he's going through the years, but it's not, is it? Right, that's it from that range. That's it from that range. Now, if there's anything you want to see again, just let me know. Just let me know. What time is it? Oh, 25 to. Ooh. Rightio. So now I'm going to these two panels. Right, so this one is... Oh, it's on the bag, isn't it? Hang on, it's on the bag. KEUI 96. Yeah, there you go. So this is a panel, right? So if you buy two of these, they do not come joined together. Oh, it's that way. So you've got the top there, you've got all your tools. Then you've got man cave tools allowed. That's very like girls allowed. Man cave, my rules, my tools. Paul's saying that. Oh, it's the same one. Man cave, my rules, my tools. Oh, that's a swizzle. I thought it was going to be 6 different slogans. Right, I need these. No, that's a pliers. That there, you see, I've come to work this morning and I started walking through the office and I kept thinking, there's a really funny noise. What's that funny noise? Anyway, I looked at, you hadn't arrived at that point, Paul. And then I looked at my foot and there's a pin or a needle sticking out the front of the sole of my shoe. So I don't know how it's got in. I can't get it out now and it's sticking out like that. So if I was to kick Paul, not these shoes, but the shoes with my dressing room, the needle goes straight into him. Anyway, so we've got the pliers, we've got the hammer, we've got a big screw, we've got a bigger screw, we've got a monkey wrench, we've got a screwdriver with the flat edge, vice, I don't know what you call that. What's that called there, Emma? Is that pliers? Sue says, morning, John and team. Who's in the gallery today? Why do you want to know? Sue, why do you want to know? Oh, it's plumbers, is it? That's for a plumber, is it? If you know at home what that's called, I'll let Emma come in close on it. It's a what clamp? You've said that. Vice. Isn't that a vice? What did you call it? A what? A G-clamp? I think that's a different show, Paul. Oh, and look at these. Look at the selvage. It's all the different coloured hammers. That's like that metal sheeting you get to put up on the walls inside your garage, isn't it? Morning, John and team, says Jackie. Jackie, what's that called? Oh, adjustable spanner. Isn't that? Monkey wrench, that one. The tool is an adjustable spanner, says Marion. Oh, Janet says they are mole grips. What, you catch a mole with it? Oh. My Norman. Oh, no, voles, my Norman, they start playing with. Okay, right, and I've got another panel. Why not? What's the matter? Who did? I had to go at you. What about? Oh, okay. Oh, this is nice. Right, so first of all, this is like my next door neighbour, John. His garage looks like this. So you got all your little plastic shelving drawer things with all your little nuts and bolts in. Then you've got your tool board. Now, look, there's loads of tools on there. We'll go through that in a minute. And then the bottom here, you've got those plastic boxes where the drawers come out. And you've got your screws and your hinges. Right, okay, so we'll message. You're right, Paul, it's a G-clamp. Patricia, don't be saying things like that. He gets all big-headed. Okay, then off you go then, Paul. Saw. Mallet. That's not a proper hammer, though, is it? No, that's a wig making. That's a wig making hammer. That one. A what hammer? Lump hammer. Oh yeah, there's a proper hammer there. Yeah. Wrench. There, that's a scraper. Scraping off your wallpaper. Jill's watching in the car whilst on her way to our lodge in Devon. Oh, I didn't win the house in Devon, everyone. I was mortified. I got my bags packed and everything. Yes, there's a thing called Omaze or something, like a raffle, and you buy tickets and you can win a house. There was a house in Fulham. There's the £4 million Wimbledon house next month, yeah. The Cotswolds one, there was a Cotswolds. I didn't buy for the Cotswolds one because I've already got one of those. Yeah, the cards and those are extras, aren't they? Yeah. Amanda says, morning everyone, lovely day here in Loddington, Northamptonshire. I've got a raffle prize to make, so I'm going to make a Snoopy bag as it's easy to raise money for a poorly fox terrier. Oh. It'll be made out a Snoopy bag. Is it like Snoopy fabric? Ellen says adjustable spanner. It's called a farmer's spanner. One size fits all. Most farmers will have one in their tractor. Ooh. What are you doing in a farmer's tractor? Marion says, Janet's probably right. I'm thinking of getting some of this to make a cover for the e-reader I'm having to get my husband because he went missing in Egypt while he was working. Marion, what do you mean he went missing in Egypt when he was working? That's a bit excessive. Right, let's do the fabrics for this one, right? Right, so I've got, oh look, there's that, I'll just show you all of them to start with. There's the metal board one there. Yeah, come on in close. You've got, are they bolts? Nuts, they're nuts, aren't they? Then you've got your board. Then you've got your pegboard. Then you've got little tools. Now there's another little tools which hasn't turned up. Oh, okay, so the missing one, we're going to do the missing one first. $6.99 for half a metre. It's called Henry Glass Man Cave Small Tools. Oh, it's not what I was expecting at all. It's nice. What a shame we haven't got it. Anyway, it's $6.99 for half a metre. They're small tools, those. Oh, no, he didn't go missing, John. His e-reader went missing. Oh, phew. I've been married to one for 50 years, says Ellen. What a small tool. No, John. I've done that one. John, yes, John, from Snoopy Fabric. I also need to start making stuff for my craft stall in December, not to mention Christmas presents. No, it'll be here before you know it. Crazy Lorraine's just woken up, everybody. Right, so I've got this one first. So this one is little, well, it's all the little boxes with all the tools in, isn't it? Henry Glass Man Cave Small Parts, this one. Paul, this one's small parts. Sue says I was going to invite you all for a holiday if I'd won the Devon house. Sorry, I didn't win it either. I don't think we'd all be able to fit in. You'd have to come, 3 at a time or something, wouldn't you? Excuse me. Look for the needle gripper on set and use that to get the needle out of your shoe. Oh, yes. Found it. I'll do that in the break. $6.99 for half a metre, this one. What have you lost? There's no plasters in the first aid kit. Okay. Then I've got the pegboard. Look, now, it's to you and me, it's polka dot fabric. But to Henry Glass, it's Man Cave pegboard. Blimey, I'm really hungry already. It's only 9:15. $6.99 for half a metre. Lovely. Don't go too fast, Paul. I've only got 3 left. I've got 2 of those as well, yeah. This one's called Essential Tools. Crikey. Oh, they've even got their screws in little... Look, this is... thing with the bubble in it. Spirit level. Nearly there. Oh, that's nice. What are you going to make out of that one? You wouldn't storm a saw upside down like that, would you? Or would you have to do that? Looks a bit dangerous with the teeth at the top, doesn't it? Paul says if he had a garage, this is what it would look like. $6.99. Oh, your insurance goes down though, Paul. Yeah. Yeah. Look. What's this one called? Oh, June, sitting here with a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea. She's going to put her shed up later. Blimey, June, Wonder Woman. 690. Oh, be quiet, Paul. You've eaten so much meat in the past. He said, Paul's a vegetarian now, but only at home. If he goes out, he'll eat meat. Oh, you stopped doing that now? But you drink milk? Yeah, that's the same thing though. No. 6.99. Yeah, but they still have to to the cows to get the milk, don't they? 6.99. I don't have any dairy. No. No, because I have eggs. Right, last one of these. No, there is. There is. Toss nuts, this one. Man Cave Toss Nuts fabric. They're gold, they're black, and they're silver. Are they what? No, they're just well worn. It won't be real gold, obviously, they'll be brass, wouldn't they? Julianne, morning John, sitting here knitting a penguin Christmas jumper for my granddaughter whilst watching you. Oh, Julianne, how lovely. $6.99. Right, that's it for that range. Now I've got two design rolls here. I'm going to open this one because we've never had this one before. This one's 74. Very popular on pre-order. Now, Emma Bradford was on with Vix a few weeks ago, a good few weeks ago, and she did an amazing quilt using the panels and the fabric from this, the half meters of this. We didn't have it in a design roll then. Let me just show you. It's absolutely beautiful. Look. It's been very, very popular on pre-order, this one. Look. Looky, looky, look, look. That one looks like parchment, that one. Oh, I really need the Beldray vacuum. Look, aren't they just lovely? Now, they're all in this kind of black and parchment colour range. They're lovely, aren't they? You've got the coffee colour in there. Beautiful, aren't they? Look. Beautiful. No, I can't have one of those. They do Deliveroo, Paul. You can have one delivered by Deliveroo. Yeah, we have them during the week. You just give them the code. Oh, Jan, that dotty fabric definitely looks like pegboard. I know, Jan. I was only messing with you. Look, aren't they lovely? They're nice, aren't they? Gorgeous mixture. Oh, there's not one in there I don't like. Normally you have your favourites. I like all of those. I don't know what to do with it, though. That's it. I need suggestions. No, it's brand new. I've said that, Paul. No, she used the half meters and the ball and the panels. We didn't have the this. Brand new. Brand spanking new. That's why I was able to open it. It's lovely, isn't it? $44.99. You get 40 strips. They're 2.5 inches in depth and their width of fabric, so they'll be 43, 44 inches in length. Lovely, gorgeous cottons. Remember, it's 1p&p for the whole day, so if you've already been in and bought the friction pens or whatever, you've paid your P&P for the day. You don't have to pay another, even if you come to Yarn Lane later. There it is. There's a still. I wonder how long it took them to do that. No, I don't mean us. I mean the people who did the original picture. Gorgeous. Oops. Okay, we need to find a bag to put that in. What? Morning. Can you wake up Marina, please? I want to get the ponies fed. She should be asleep when she... Marina, wake up. Go and go the ponies with Ali. Go feed the ponies. Right, now I know I've got this one open. I don't want to open it because... No, don't worry. We'll show you the picture. I won't open this one. There it is. £44. How much is it? $44.99. Moda, Happy Days. We're all singing Happy Days now. Make a rail French quilt top to back the one with the fat quarters. Oh, yeah, nice idea, Jan. Then it'd be reversible, double-sided. £44.99 will give you the Moda Happy Days design roll pack. Oh, is it? I thought I'd see it. Maybe I've only seen the 10-inch square. Well, I'm going to open it then. If it's brand new, I'm going to open it. We've seen the 10-inch square in this, haven't we, Emma? You'll recognise it when I unravel it. That one. Or that one. Yeah, look. We've had it in a 10-inch charm pack before, but not in a jelly roll, design roll. Oh, is it Moda? Jelly roll. Oh, now how funny, right? You're allowed to call Moda jelly rolls, and we called it a design roll. Look, that's nice, isn't it? Aren't they lovely? Love that colour. What colour would you call that? Crazy Elaine says, thick fog here this morning. Off to my grandson's birthday party tonight. Oh, there's always a party, mind you. Crazy Elaine's family is so big, there's a birthday every day. Make sure you wear your mask. Going out, Crazy Lorraine. What's a nice colour, isn't it? Mustard, custard, mustard. And we're on to the greys as well. Beautiful, that. £44.99. Let me put that back together like that. So we'll put that in a bag. Oh, question. Is it on a... Where is it? Okay. Morning, John. Could you tell me the dimensions of the Handyman tool panel? Thank you, from Avril in Eastbourne. Of course I can. Which one was it? Was it 196 or was it... So it's 60 centimetres this way by 140 centimetres, 144 centimetres that way. Look, I'll show you. There you go. Oh, crikey. Right. Don't go anywhere. Sally Stevens is up next. She's doing her very own Castellations Quilt. Oh, it's this one behind me. We haven't got it in that colourway. That was the original colourway. We've got it in a more different colourways. Coming up straight after this break.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter. But I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show.
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33. In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us. Pauline's getting very excited. She's going to the knitting and stitching show tomorrow. Make sure you ask for one of the vouchers, Pauline. Sue says, "Oh, you just made me smile. You sound like my brother. He used to go what in the same tone." What was it? What was I asking? Can't remember. What? Susan says, "Good morning, John. Everyone late up, didn't sleep. Oh no, I had one of those a couple of nights ago. It's horrible, isn't it?" Anyway, Sally Stevens is in the house. Wave to Sally Stevens. There she is. Oh, you've managed to do your hair then. Her hair looks a sight when she came in this morning. She went, I don't know what, my hair, was it your hairdryer?
My hairdryer broke, yeah. Just switched it on. And...
Oh, no. The husband didn't get up then, so I'll fix it for you,
He did, actually, but no.
Didn't he borrow his then?
No. He hasn't got any.
I know, it's a joke. Anyway, how have you been? Not seen you for ages.
Yeah, very well, thank
Good,
you.
you're looking very
yes.
well.
So are
Well,
you?
You've been on holiday.
No. Well, I've been in the garden a bit, so yeah.
So it's rust.
It's just...
Yeah. Anyway, it's lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Now, Sally's doing 2 hours. The first hour is our very, very own design. It's called Castellations Quilt. Right, now that's the actual finished thing. That's not in any of the fabrics that we're doing today. That was the original one that Sally designed. So the first one now, before you put graphics in, I've got you can either buy this as a bundle, not that one, that as a bundle. You can buy, in a minute, you better buy the pattern on its own. And we've got other design rolls that you can, so if you want to make your own colorway, you can do from those. You might already have a design roll that you want to make it out of, and so you just buy those. So this is the bundle here. If you want to make, should we show a picture of this one then? It's a computer generated picture, but Sally will show you in a minute. So that's what this one, if you buy this one, that's what this will look like. Say this again. Oh. Okay, no, this, right, go in your code. No, because this is the one that Sally's making. Right, go into your bundle. Okay, we're just going to sort something out because the computers say that you're not getting this one, you're getting a different one. Bear with us. Oh, Pauline's taking her mum to the knitting and stitching show. Susan says, I'm so glad I didn't miss Sally. I've been looking forward to seeing her in her quilt. Vouchers, is that with my Sewing Street badge? No, Pauline, there are people. If you go to the Catherine Wright or somebody like that, they've got vouchers to give out for 101. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. So on the website, the picture is wrong on the website, right? If you buy this bundle, right? Sally, if you look on the table now, on Sally's table, there you go. Just put it towards you a bit, Sally, for me. That's the one that you'll be getting if you buy this bundle for $49.99. Okay? So it's a 40-piece Moda jelly roll, plus Sally's instructions, $49.99. And the finished size of the quilt is 48 by 60 inches. Okay, so that's that one, right? There it is. That's a computer generated of the final thing. Now, is there enough in here to then make a binding, or do you need a different fabric?
No, you'd need extra for binding.
So you need 1/2 metre for your
Yes.
binding. Okay.
Yep.
So that's the bundle. That's that bundle. Now, if you want the instructions on their own, very popular on pre-order. There you go. $9.99. So half the stock that we had available to us on its own has gone, just so you know. So there's the instructions on their own, $9.99. Okay. Now, I have got other design rolls in the kit or on its own. Oh, okay. If you're buying it separately, there's only 2 of these left separate. If you want that, so if you've looked at it and you think, oh, I've already got Sally's instructions, if you bought them from my show years ago, like a year ago, wasn't it? Basically, if you want this jelly, if you love that design roll, that jelly roll, you can buy that on its own. There's only one left. There's only one left, and there's one in a basket. Just to warn you, head. Right, okay, that's that one. Now, the other ones, you saw this one in the last hour. So if you've already seen this one open, this one here is this one. Yeah. That's this one that you saw in the last hour, brand new in the last hour. 40. Now, what I'm about to say is a bit controversial, because if you buy the bundle, you're saving money, aren't you? Because it was $49.99. The pattern's $9.99. So really, anyway, saving the $5 really. There it is. That's that one. That's that one. The three others I've got are now. These are the ones that I think I've got in a. Oh no, actually, this one I can show a picture of this one. This is RFW 106. Yeah, $44.99. Hang on, it says it's a 10-inch design roll pack. That's wrong, isn't it? Sunday Stroll 10-inch design roll pack. Not 10 inches at all, ignore that. This is what you're getting. Have you got the picture of the quilt made up in this one? No, you said you had this, no, computer one in this one. Yeah. There. So that's this one, isn't it, Sally? So that's what, if you made this Castellations quilt out of this quilt, that's obviously a computer-generated thing that Sally's done for us. Okay, that's what that one would look like. We've also got it in a pink and green version, 118. And this one's called, I know what this one's called. Sophie Design Roll, 40 pieces. They're making this polythene stronger, I'm sure, plastic stronger. Look at the colour, I won't unravel it, but just look at the colours in there. Beautiful, aren't they? That would be lovely because it'd be very tonal. You wouldn't have such a stark contrast in your Castellations. It'd be lovely if you did the pale pink and the pale green and then the darker red with the grey. It'd look lovely, wouldn't it? £44.99. That's that one. And then last but not least, I've got a bluey green version. 107. They're all mowed. Are they all mowed? Mm. Now, you've seen this one. You've seen Flowers for Freya several times. Beautiful. Look, you see there, that's the colour tones that you're going to get. Yeah. Beautiful. Right, what else have I got for you this hour? I'll do X-Ride backings later, and I'll do thread later. So shall we just get on? So now, are we talking beginner, intermediate, difficult? What are we talking?
I'd say beginner.
Oh, beginner.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, which is why I thought it might be an idea just to sort of bring one on. Nice, gentle project for a Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yes. I designed it for a charity quilt.
Right.
Some years ago, we were given a load of different fabrics for the Quilters Guild, and they were mostly batiks in different greens. So it was difficult to see the differences so much between the colours. So I was trying to find something simple and quite large pieces that would show the colours off quite nicely.
Uh-huh.
So that's how that came about. And it had to be a block that everybody could make because we were doing it as a charity one.
Oh, I see.
So some people had only just literally begun.
Uh-huh.
So that is a block.
Okay, let's have a look from upstairs.
So
yeah, lovely.
That is a block. And it's just formed in two parts, which I'll be explaining to you.
Okay.
And it's called Castellations because I just happened to be looking around at pictures and saw the castellations on the top of like a castle wall, like Windsor Castle or something. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. So that's how that came about.
Excellent.
Yes.
Lots of messages coming in for you. How lovely to see the very lovely and oh so talented Sally. That's from Lo.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hang on. Anne says, I've just had my flu jab. I'm really looking forward to this hour. Catherine Store. Oh, that's Pauline's going to go to Catherine's store. Yes, she's got the vouchers, Catherine. Oh, hang on. They're not messages for us. Everyone's chatting to Lo now. I do apologise. So ignore us. Just you chat amongst yourselves.
She's a popular lady.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So where do we start? What do we do?
So we start with the cutting out. We have motor jelly rolls here, and this quilt uses every single strip.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All that you are left with at the end, and I am fairly mean with cutting, is these little scraps.
Oh, crikey. So you couldn't even do a scrappy bind? There's not enough there even to do
No, you couldn't. But what I have done with the previous one I've made is just sew them all together in a sort of brickwork fashion and just make a little table mat.
Oh, okay.
So you've got plenty for that sort of thing.
Yeah, but not plenty at all.
But not plenty for a binding, no. But I don't throw anything away.
No, of course.
So we start off with a jelly roll strip, and each strip is then cut into 2 long strips and 6 squares. I think I've got a couple of extra ones there. Yeah, because that's one of my spare ones. So we have 6 small squares and 2 long strips. It doesn't matter whether you cut the long strips or the little squares first, but I normally cut the bigger pieces first.
Okay.
In the instructions are also how you could make it with fat quarters or scrap fabric.
Oh, okay, that's good, yeah.
But there's a different way of cutting it then. It's not a different way of cutting, you're still cutting the same size strips, but you need to cut the large ones first and then the smaller ones because your piece might not be quite square and all that sort of thing. So that's that. And then what we want to do...
Now, in a design roll, you normally get two strips of the same fabric, don't you? Does that affect your...
I can't remember now whether there were 2.
Oh, actually, I can look in here.
Yeah, I don't think...
Because some do and some don't.
Yeah, I don't think there was much, if any, duplication actually.
Oh no, you're right. In this one here.
I think.
Oh no, there.
This,
You've got one in mine. I've got one. That one.
Yeah,
that you
it's
just
this
picked up.
floral one. I think there's 2 purple, 2 of the brown, 2 of the cream probably. Yeah, because they're all the same.
Yes. So there are a couple in this one, but in some, I was going to say, do you have to be aware of where you're going to place if you've got repeats?
Well, if you've got repeats, I would just scatter them over the quilt so they're not all in the same place.
Yeah.
I haven't given instructions for where each strip should go because that's kind of down to your. That's down to how you like the look of it. Because I think the graphic I did of this one is a slightly different layout to the actual one I've put together.
Oh, okay.
What I do when I'm putting fabrics together like this is try and do a good contrast.
Right.
But also I have a little trick.
Oh yeah.
Little technique. I don't know if this will work on the TV, but I have a bit of red.
Oh
plastic.
yes, because on the colour wheel thing we sell, you have a little bit of red plastic.
That's it.
Don't you?
This is just from like an office folder that I've cut up, and when you hold it, as I said, I don't know whether the camera will be able to pick that up, but it takes out a lot of the colour and just leaves you with the tones.
Yes.
So you can tell if you've got, and it's a good way of doing it, if you hold it up in front of you when your quilt is all laid out before you've sewn it together, you can see whether you've got too much dark in one corner or too much light, and you can spread it around.
Of course.
So it's a very easy little trick,
Yeah.
And it works very, very well.
And then, but when you're choosing which strip to use, you just go for a dark and a light, or a floral and a non-floral, or something like that.
Yeah, more or less.
Contrasty.
Yes, more or less. As I say, it's down to what you prefer, but I wouldn't put, for example, probably that cream and that cream together.
No.
You could. There's no reason why you couldn't, but I would go for a contrast.
Yeah.
Something a bit.
But I think if you
different.
did the cream and cream together, you'd then have to do a brown and a brown together, and a green and a green. It
and
would give you a
then-
different look, wouldn't it?
It would. I think you'd then get real dark and light spots on the quilt.
Oh
and,
yes, of course you would. Yeah.
You know, that's awkward. I have made this. I made it for someone years ago. Actually, I made one that was all in creams, light greys, taupes. And it was for a man actually that I used to work with. He wanted to go over his sofa, and he's quite minimalist.
Yeah.
And it worked really well.
I think if you're going to do that, like you say, you have to have tonal. You can't have darks and lights. You have to have all a mid tone or a light tone or something like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, and it wasn't as pronounced, if you like. As
but
this.
also what would also look good is if you just like bright, bold. If you just bought loads of our solids and had reds and oranges and yellows and greens and purples and rainbow colours, it would look amazing, wouldn't it? Like
it would. And if you used the colour wheel, so you used opposite colours.
Oh yeah.
You know, an orange with a purple or a red with a blue.
Green.
Is it whatever? Green.
Yeah.
Not very good on my colour wheel. That would really work.
Oh no, they balance each other out, wouldn't
Yeah.
they? Exactly.
Yeah, they do, absolutely.
Lucy says, "You look so well, Sally. Lovely to see you back on Sewing Street. I always enjoy your demos."
Oh.
And Lo wants to do an advert because she made your ring for you.
Both of them?
Oh, both of them. She's only mentioned the tape measure ring. There you go. Oh, so you got a needle ring like mine?
Yeah, I got mine not long after you got yours.
Yeah.
And she's made me a tape measure ring as well.
Which
I love. I don't take it off.
Anyway, let's move on.
Thank you, Lo.
She's ill in bed. Well, she was yesterday.
Oh, no. That's the gin.
It's what? The gin. No, that would cure it. Right, okay, so we've got our strips, we've cut our long strips out and we've cut our squares out.
That's correct. So now we're going to sew them together.
Mm-hmm.
And the pattern is hopefully very clear. The first thing I will do is sew together the alternating dark and light or whatever contrast squares. So we can do that. Let me just get my... Ooh.
What you doing?
So I just changed my stitch width.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got, got a 1/4 inch foot on here. That's it. So it's all sewn with a 1/4 inch seam. And I've got a 1/4 inch foot on here, but as I usually mention, always check that it is really a 1/4 inch, because on my machine at home, the foot is quite wide. So the 1/4 inch is actually near a 1/2 inch from the needle. You have to move the needle across.
So practice first.
Practice
just
first,
measure it,
yes, and just do that with some bits of scrap fabric. If you sew 2 pieces together and press them and then measure your 1/4 inch, that's all you need to do to check it.
Yeah. Now, if your fabric has got directions, do we need to worry about directions? Or
Yes, we need to worry about it. But for example, on this block here, see that one? It's got a stripe in it.
Oh, yes.
So I've kept those all going the same way. So on the actual jelly roll strip, they go that way.
Yes.
So I've kept the squares going that way.
Oh, okay, fine.
You don't have to. It'll just create a different look.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, other than that, they're pretty much all florals. And this ziggy-zaggy, almost
That's a technical term,
sashiko,
ziggy-zaggy.
ziggy-zaggy, almost looks like sashiko stitching.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Okay. I just want to, because obviously all the different design rolls will have different fabrics on them. So
They do,
just
they
things
do.
to look out for.
And another couple of little tips. When you're sewing the squares together, you'll be sewing them together alternately. I would sew them together with, apart from the directional side of it, which I think works out anyway, I would sew the straight edges together rather than the zigzag ones, because that will keep you with it all directional.
Hang on, I'm confused.
So-
They've all got straight edges on, haven't they?
Yes, they've got 2 straight edges and 2 zigzag edges, because it's a jelly roll strip.
Oh, right.
Yeah?
Yes, fine,
Yeah.
fine. Yes, sorry.
So I would tend to do that. Sew it together like that.
Yeah.
But whether this project or another one, I often get asked, when you sew with a jelly roll with zigzags, do you sew to the outside of the point or the inside of the point? I would just say measure it, because this one is 2.5 inches to the outside of the point.
Oh, now, I was told that they always had to cut it with 2.5 inches to the inside of the point, because that way you're going to lose. If it's 2.5 inches to the outside point, they're cutting into
your seam allowance.
2.5 inches.
That may not be the same for everyone.
No, exactly.
But these were all...
It's like 5-inch charm packs and 10-inch charm packs. They're supposed to be 5 inches and 10 inches to the inside, so that the pointy bit's excess, isn't
right.
it?
But if you look on the 1/4 inch seam, so you'd be sewing there,
Yeah.
that's plenty.
Oh, yeah.
That's plenty. So I wouldn't worry about it. But I wouldn't stress about whether you're sewing to the inside or the outside measurement, as long as they're all the same. So we'll sew a couple of these together. How are we doing on time? We've got plenty.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time.
Plenty of time. So you can pin these together, but as you know, I'm not much of a pinner.
No. Also, I think on a square that's only that big,
Yes.
sometimes a pin makes it wobbly, not wobbly. But
Yeah, that's really why I don't tend to use pins very much. I certainly don't use round-headed pins. I tend to use these flat-headed ones.
Yeah, we've got those available on the website.
Yeah. Because they're long, so they're not distorting near where the stitching line is. That's just purely my preference.
And did you best press your fabric first?
I didn't best press at this stage. I best press when I sew.
Okay.
And whatever you do, don't wash a jelly roll before you start sewing.
The what?
Whatever you do, don't wash a jelly roll
No.
before you start sewing. No, my machine seems to be chewing up my fabric.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it wasn't really sewing too well out there.
Oh, no, I could have got you a different one.
So,
Have you definitely got an Elna bobbin in? Or do you know
It's the
any bobbin?
one that was in there. I'm not sure it is because it's coloured.
Is it bright red?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the right one.
It is the
Normally
right
it's the bobbin that's... Is it going to mess up, or do we need
Oh
to
no!
on the machine?
For the purposes of the demo, we'll be
Okay,
fine.
fine.
We'll be fine. It might be it's a blunt needle.
Oh, yeah, that's more than likely.
Yeah.
Barbara McClay had it yesterday. Anything could have happened.
So then, put the iron up.
Oh, hang on. Where's that board come from?
Oh, it's the one I found in there.
Yeah, no. Elliot will go mad if he sees the dirty
Sorry,
one.
sorry.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, I thought.
That one's getting on that way. Isn't
Yeah,
It?
I wasn't sure if there'd be one out here, so I brought
Yeah.
one.
No.
Sorry about that.
It's the obviously because it gets used every day by every
Yes.
design, it starts looking a bit messy. That's all.
Yes. I don't know why it should really, because...
Well, it's better Bonder Web, Best Press, all sorts, every single day it's got something going on it.
So I always press the seam, especially when it's been chewed up a bit, press the seam as it's sewn to set the stitches. That just causes the stitches to bed in and gives you a nicer, crisper seam and a more accurate measurement.
Morning, John and Sally. Great to see Sally back on our screens again. She's also cheerful and her demos are fabulous, from Norma in Crewe.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, another one. How wonderful to see Sally back with Mister, looking good. So are you, John. Always a pleasure. Oh, thank you, Janie in Norfolk. Thank you.
So I've pressed towards the dark side of the fabric, which is what I've recommended in the pattern as well. But you won't be able to do that every time.
No.
So use your best judgment. So that's sewn 2 together. I think I've lost what
Where's
I've done
all
in
your
the
dark
middle.
ones?
Oh, there they are. They're over here. They're over here. I mixed them up. So you can either sew them together in pairs and then join the pairs together.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'll just sew them in a strip, actually, yeah.
The thing is, we all say don't do that when you're doing long ones, because it could banana, kind of, when it's so short,
yeah,
it's not going to
no, that's right. If you sew them into a strip like this, you'll be sure, as you sew it, that you're putting the right one next to the right one. If you sew them into pairs, you might accidentally...
yes.
I mean, it's easy to correct, but you know what I mean.
And what's your angel policy? If somebody wants to buy it and make it, have you got an angel policy?
If someone wants to buy the pattern and make a quilt
and sell
it, that's fine. I'd like it if you gave me credit for it. And on the pattern is my website address and everything. But no, I'm not precious about it.
No. It's just some people have rules and some people don't. A lot of people say they don't mind it being made for like a charity bazaar or raise money for fun, you know, like a Linus quilt or something like that.
Yeah.
But not to make 700 and sell them in John Lewis's.
Well, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be too happy with that. But if you can make 700, you carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
That's fine. Because questions always asked. That's all.
No, it's a good question. It's a good question. I think if you make a quilt and you can sell it, you're doing quite well.
Yeah.
Because the amount of work that goes into them and even the cost of the materials.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You know, people don't want to pay what it really costs.
Now, there was a lady, I'm going back a few years now, when I went to the Chipping Camden Lady Quilters annual show. And the lady had done all these quilts. I asked, oh, they're beautiful. Are they for sale? And she went, oh, no. She said, nobody will buy them. She said, how much would you pay for this? So I said, how much I'd be happy to pay for it. She went, oh, I'd sell it to you.
Oh!
But it's because people go, oh, that's a lovely quilt. I'll give you 40 quid for it or something like that. And she's like, no, the fabric was 10 times that much. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, people don't realise, do they, the time and the effort and how much fabric goes into it.
Well, that's right. And this chap that I made the quilt for, he paid for all the materials. In fact, he came to the shop with me in Worcester and chose them himself.
Oh.
I'm thinking, oh, this isn't going to work. But anyway, it did. He paid me for the materials, and then he gave me a donation for charity.
Oh, yes, nice.
So that was good. And I just did it in the evenings. You know, I wasn't bothered.
The thing is, it all depends, doesn't it? If you're doing it for a business or what, and you know what you're happy to do. It's kind of never undersell yourself. That's all I'll say.
No, and that's why I'm happier to sell patterns or or demonstrate them. I don't want to make quilts to sell.
No.
To be honest, once I've made one, I don't want to part with it.
Yes.
So that's not going to happen. And it's a lot of work. You know, this is my work and it keeps me pretty busy. I wouldn't want to be making the quilts as well.
Yeah.
And also I don't do kits of fabric, you know.
Exactly.
I've got
Jennifer says, have you got that pressing mat on your show today? Oh yeah, we have. I think we've got the smaller one later, haven't we? Or is that tomorrow? No, we've got the smaller one later. Are you going to put the graphics in then? Okay. $49.99. 12 by 18 inches. It's pressing on one side and cutting on the other. £49.99.
I've got one myself, and I used it a lot because the way my studio is set up, I've got a very large ironing board in one room. It actually hasn't got a point at the end. It's completely rectangular. very handy. But then if I'm at the machine, I've got like a corner unit. I just turn and press. It's really handy, especially when you're doing lots of little pieces.
Yeah.
Although probably if I got up and down more,
Yes,
I'd lose a bit more weight.
Well, you don't need to lose any weight. But it is that thing of like, I know people who've got their ironing board on the other side of their studio because
Yes.
it's the only time they move.
That's it, yes. So, yes, because I have like a sort of a cutting area, a sewing area, and then a pressing area. But it is handy to have it just next to you.
Yeah, but you're very lucky because you've got quite a big space, haven't you,
Well,
Sharon?
I have, yes, because I've got a static home, which is my studio. So
Yeah.
it's got several rooms in it and the kitchen and everything.
You knock the walls down to make it bigger. Is there still bedrooms? Or is that your stash room? One your stash room, one your sewing machine room?
Yeah, the big one is my sort of sewing room and where I occasionally teach people.
Yeah.
And I've recently bought a horn cabinet that has gone at one corner, so that's really handy. And then a table in the middle for everybody to sit around. Then there's the kitchen. Then there's a room that's it's kind of got all my jewellery making stuff in.
Oh, okay, I forget. Yeah, you make jewellery as well.
And my computer's in there. And then the room at the back, bit of a jumble, really. And then I've got a shed at the back, 8 by 10 shed, stacked with poly boxes and...
You better get sewing then. Right, okay, so now you put your squares together.
So I've put my squares together. And we're going to sew those now to one of the strips.
Right.
Okay. I don't think my 1/4 inch is quite accurate on here, so I obviously didn't test it very well. So this is a bit long, but...
Right. Oh, yes, because that's how you're going to test your 1/4 inch as well. It should
Yeah,
be that,
that's right,
exactly
yes,
that
which I
length,
didn't.
shouldn't it?
But don't worry, I think you'll get the idea. And always sew, when you're sewing pieces like this with lots of seams, if you can, sew them on the top and the plain bit at the bottom,
yeah.
and then you can see which way your seams are going. Because I like them to line nice and neat.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't got to nest anything either, have we?
No,
'Cause it's a
no, there's
seamed
no
one to a
nesting at
plain
all.
one.
The only points you've got to join are the between the
Corners.
between each block and the next. So my 1/4 inch seam should have been a little bit wider, but you can see that's the principle.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, lovely.
And you would make 2 of those. Okay. So you make 2 identical. In this case, cream and green, cream and green. Then when you put them together, you've got your opposites.
Right. Well, what would happen if you sewed
Well,
them
if
with
you could do that, you
Yeah.
could do that. There's no reason why you couldn't do that, but it would create a slightly different effect.
Of course, yeah.
And if that's the effect you like, there's no reason why
Put
you
the 2
shouldn't do
greens
it.
together.
Yeah.
See, I quite like that.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. It's your quilt, isn't it?
Absolutely,
You're not
it
precious
is.
as well, are you? About, oh, I designed it for the Castellations to go.
No, not at all. And also the thing that you can do is instead of having, in this case, 2 green ones at the beginning of your strip, you could move them along.
Oh, yes,
So
so
you'll
alternated.
alternate.
So it had like
Yeah.
a zigzag effect to it
Yeah.
almost. Oh, yeah.
And I think on the quilt behind me, I've done a mixture of both,
Oh, okay.
just purely because...
Yeah. But you have to think about it beforehand. Don't. I would say almost not plan it, but think how many you're going to do of each one.
Yes,
or
I think with this sample that I've done, I've made them all be exact. No, have I? No, I haven't. I've alternated.
No,
them.
this one's his alternated.
Yeah, this one's completely alternated.
Yeah.
So that's entirely up to you. And when, of course, when you...
So you could do 4 different blocks. You could do
Yep.
the way you've done it like that.
Yep.
You could then do the 2 greens together, the 2
Yep.
creams together, but then you could do ones with alternating and with zigzag and ones with not zigzag. So there's quite a few different blocks you can make from that simple block.
There are, and I mean, if you really wanted to go a bit avant-garde, you could do... I can't really do it, can I? But yeah, you could do that kind of effect. I haven't got the strips to show, but
No.
you know,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice as well. I like
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah.
So have a think about it before you start cutting out, because you, like Sally said, you do use all 40 pieces
You do.
in your jelly roll, in your design roll. So don't start cutting and then think, oh, I wish I'd done that. Have a think about how you're going to do it beforehand.
Yeah, and also when I cut all of the strips and squares, I got my little bag of bits.
Yeah.
And I played, rather than keep manhandling strips all over the table, I actually played with these.
Oh, with the strip.
So if that goes nicely, that goes nicely. If I got too many, you know, does that too...
Too purpley, yeah.
Yeah, because these are much easier to...
Of course, yeah. And also, you don't want to be manhandling all your strips, because the more you play with them, the more they're going to stretch.
That's right. And you can just pick them randomly. I'm not very good at random.
Oh.
But you can just pick them randomly, but then you might find at the end of all your random ones, you've got something like that.
Yeah, and then
and it's
that's
just
good.
not going to, you know. But there's just a few ideas. But I mean, don't get hung up about the planning.
Yes.
As long as you've got contrasts, I think you'll be absolutely fine. So I'll just sew those together as they were. Let's go here. I think I need a slightly wider 1/4 inch there.
What are you muttering about over there?
Sorry, slightly wider 1/4 inch needed.
Oh, okay. The thing is, if you do it all on the same machine, it should all come together, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I very rarely swap machines because I've got quite a few machines. And occasionally in the past I've used a machine that I've got at the studio, which is my main one. And then perhaps, certainly in the lockdown, I'd finish things off with one at a time. Similar machine, but not the same.
No.
And suddenly you think, hello, what's happened?
Yeah. And all it takes really is for each one to be 1/8 of an inch out. And by the time you've done 8 blocks, that's an inch. You've added an inch somewhere along the line.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, even a millimetre can make a difference if you've got very small pieces. Yeah. So there we go. I'll just press that one.
With the clean one.
With the clean one.
Paul's got nothing for us today, he says.
Nothing?
He's empty.
Oh.
He needs. Now, I've not heard Paul this say for a long time. He went, I need a coffee. And he's a tea boy, really.
Oh,
Doesn't
yes.
Drink coffee, really.
No, I don't drink coffee.
40-year-old boy.
Oh. Cute, though.
Hmm?
Cute.
Ah! Oh, you've made his day.
Oh, he is. He's lovely.
You talk about Paul in the gallery?
It's the very same.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. There is your block. Okay.
Nice. Oh, see, that one's an that's alternated look. Yeah.
Yeah. And although that fabric and that one are the same design, they're in different colourways, and that the same, the brown and the green.
Yeah.
So they really do look different. And the other thing that I've done is I've alternated every block. So.
Oh, the direction.
The direction of the block. So there's one going that way, and then the next one goes that away.
So what would happen if you put a whole row going one way? Would look like a castle then?
You could do that. See that you'd have that more of that effect.
Oh yeah. No,
So they'd all. But I think with any quilt really, but certainly with something like this with so many straight lines, it's quite a good idea to do your design so that your eye moves around.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I mean that is fine, but I think myself I prefer the alternating.
Yeah.
But you know, there's no reason. If you're happy that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, as like you say, it's your quilt, isn't it? You can do whatever you want with it.
It is, and I'm able to play a bit on the computer with some layouts. But at the end of the day, I'm more than happy sitting in front of the TV with a packet of crayons and a bit of graph paper.
I thought you said a bag of crisps then.
Well, that as well, yes.
Geraldine says, hello, Sally and John. How lovely to have Sally back and looking so well. Love it. She's loving your hair.
Oh, thank you, because my hairdryer broke. It was a disaster.
Oh. Okay, are you finished?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Should we do some more sewing then?
We've got 25 minutes to go, yeah? Oh, God, what, Paul? Yeah, let's just recap. So, the bundle, you can't buy this now. You cannot buy this design roll, this jelly roll on its own now. The web image is incorrect. Ignore the web image. This is the one you're going to be getting. What did I say? Now, the web image is incorrect. That's what you're making. So you get the design roll and get the instructions, £49.99. That's the one that Sally's working on during the show. This is sold out on its own now. You can't buy that on its own. The instructions on their own are £9.99. Now, how many have we got left, Paul? And how many in baskets? Right, there are 11 left, but there are 6 in baskets. So in theory, there's 5 left. In theory, there's 5 of those left on their own. In theory, there's 5 of those left. 48 by 60 inches and all your instructions in there. Now, the other design rolls that you can get, I've got this one here, which is your Dance with Freya. No, that doesn't sound right. Flowers for Freya. Is your blue and your green. $44.99. Now, you will use all 40 strips for your quilt. So that's lovely in the blues and the greens there. We've also got it in this one here, which is the 106. Now, Emma's got a picture of a computer-generated picture of what it would look like. See, that's the one that says 10 inch. Ignore the 10 inch. It's not 10 inches. That's what that one could look like. It's nice, isn't it?
It's called Sunday Stroll.
Sunday Stroll, it's called.
And it's probably the nearest.
I was going to say, it's very close to the one
Yes.
that's on the wall behind you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunday Stroll, that one's called, from Moda. Then we've got this one here, which is your Sophie. This is your Sophie. This is your lovely soft pinks and greens. That one would be a more subtle, wouldn't it? It would be more gentle Castellations, that one.
Yeah, almost like a baby quilt type.
Big baby.
You could make several playmats.
Oh, yes. $44.99. Lots of people got that one in their baskets. Please check out on that one. And then last but not least, we've got the one that we launched this morning. Brand new today. Oops. Look at these all together. Beautiful colours there. So you'd have your 4 different zones. You'd have your grey, your salmon, your pale, and 5 cream, and then your pepperminty green, pale teal colours there. $44.99. Gorgeous. Now, I've also got extra wide backings here. Just 3 colourways. I've got like a beigey colour. Sand. Remember, it's 108 inches wide, this. Look. Look, 108 inches wide. Now, you buy it by the half metre. $8.99. Now, they're not supposed to be $8.99 because that was a mistake that Hannah did ages ago and they've not rectified it. £8.99. Well, most of our extra wide backings are $12.99. This one's $8.99. And also, I just want to point something out on this. Is we say it's backing fabric. It's just the same quality as the top. It's not like, oh, it's going on the back, so we'll do a cheaper version. It's still your quilting weight cotton. Still beautiful. So that's your sand. Then I've got silk. Oh. I'll do 54 first. 54. Yeah, now this is the range that we do called Shadow. Apparently this is white. White and grey, that. Oh, okay. I thought white and grey was a different one, but never mind. $8.99, that's the one you're going to get. What do I know? But the one I know has got white splodges on it. White and grey, X-ray backing. How much have we got left? Okay, so there's only 4 meters of this one left. Okay, and then the other one, light grey and, oh, so So that one has a 2 colour tone. This one's just called light grey. This one, I like this one. Most popular so far, £8.99. Lovely, isn't it? I've also got some threads in this hour. Yep, they're called the Essential Collections. Now, these are exclusive to Sewing Street. Oh, it would be if I could open it. There you go. So these are all 50 weight. You get 200 metres on each. Obviously, they've got cellophane on. They're not that shiny. And you get the taupe, turquoise, lavender, blue, green, black, silver, navy, brick and pink. Very good quality. Used it as soon as it arrives, says Angela. Fifu. Thank you, Angela. Exclusive Sewing Street. You can't get that collection anywhere else. Right, lovely. What are we doing next then?
Well, we'll do some more sewing if you like.
Okay. Yes, please. Got 10 minutes, just so you know.
Okay. I was, when I hope it's all right to say this, when I was doing the computer graphics, I download images of the fabrics from the Moda website. And on Moda's website, they'd sold out.
Oh, had they?
Yeah. Yeah. So
there you go.
get it while you can.
Get it while you can, exactly. That's Paul's mantra of life.
Yes. So I'm sewing together the actual squares.
Uh-huh.
And I'll just show you the pressing again, because I think pressing is one thing I'm very, very keen on doing.
Right.
And doing properly by, you know. As I've said before, always, if you can, press the seam as it is sewn.
Right.
So then when you turn it over to the wrong side, you can press, in this case, towards the dark side. I've done the same now.
The thing is, on something like this, it sort of doesn't matter, apart from going to that side, it doesn't matter which side you go to because you're not nesting anything up. But if you were sewing that strip that you're pressing now to the strip you've also got on the board, like if you were doing a 9
If you were
patch
doing
on the
that,
mat,
yeah.
You'd want to
go
have
in the
one row
opposite
going
direction.
one way and one, so that they nest up, wouldn't you? So
Yeah.
it's easier to
So
sew
that's how
together.
that would work.
Yeah.
So you'd have one going one way and one
Yeah.
going the other way.
So when you put them together, you can actually feel them almost
You can.
click into
So when you
place,
put them
can't you?
together, they do literally lock in place. I still, if it was longer, larger pieces, I would still pin at that junction.
Right.
So pop your pin in, away from the seam. This is just how I do it.
Yeah.
And bring the pin back up through the stitches.
Right.
Make sure they're through the stitches on both sides.
Uh-huh.
And then when you sew, you know that's
Yeah, it's not
accurate.
going to shift anyway,
Yeah.
is it?
I mean, you don't need to do that in this pattern unless
No.
you're going to change it, but I mean, you could.
No, but tips are always worth it.
Oh, yes, and I'm really keen on pressing because that's another thing that can make the difference to the size of your blocks, keep them more accurate.
Do you ever
And
use steam?
I pretty much always use steam, actually, and or best press. I haven't used it today, but yeah, I swear.
So
by
when I was doing it and you said I didn't best press it before, I did use it later, would you use it at this stage?
I would use it at this stage when I'm pressing it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you don't need much. I don't know if I've got some with me. Yeah, I've got a bit
I
with
thought
me.
that was your hand sanitizer in there.
Oh, I've got one of those as well.
I was going to say,
And a box of tissues.
she's come well prepared.
Oh,
She's brought
yes.
a picnic lunch and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing that went wrong this morning.
The what?
The other thing that went wrong this morning.
Oh, what?
Got out of the car, and I've got a special little bag I've made to keep my drinking mug in, and it's padded and everything. And I dropped it on the floor as I was getting out of the car, and I thought, not to worry, it's padded. Went to make a cup of tea, and it's in about 1,000 pieces.
Oh, no.
It's all right, only a cheapy mug, but I thought, oh, and I had got a spare one in the car.
Oh, that's lucky. That's
So
lucky.
we're all right.
Yes, Paul, what about it? What Paul's saying is when you make it into a quilt, when you do your quilt sandwich later on, you're going to need some basting spray. We've got the June Taylor basting spray in the next hour.
Yes, I mean, we can talk about that as well. And I can just do a little binding demo if you want.
Okay, yes, please. Just in your last 5 minutes. That'd be
When
perfect if you could.
when I'm basting, I don't tend to tack or pin my quilt layers together.
Oh, okay. Even if it's huge.
Yeah. I have a tack gun.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would do, spray your wadding, not the fabric. Place your quilt top on the wadding, make sure it's all straight and neat and everything. Turn the whole thing over, spray the wadding on the other side and do the same with your backing. Turn it back over again normally. And then I would use my tack gun. Probably in a block like this, I'd probably just do it every one of these. Or
There's the green one we have. It's
That's
like,
it.
I can't remember what we call it. We've got them on the website. They get little plastic Kindle tags.
Yeah, that's right. And not everyone, prefers to go that way. But again, I find with pinning, even with the curved pins, you end up with quite some wrinkles. So when you actually come to quilt it, you can sort of see on the front that it's all right, but by the time you've looked at the back, it can be quite wrinkled, and I do not like a pucker.
No.
It's another reason why I like, the basting spray as well, because that helps to secure it.
Of course, yeah.
And I would say I use a lot, but you don't need to use a lot,
No.
if you see what I mean. But, I
Make
do.
sure the windows are open.
Yeah, make sure the windows are open and no naked flames.
Yeah, no naked flames.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but so that's that.
And Claire, she brought a spare. She brought a spare one. Claire's saying, surely you've got a spare Sewing Street mug that Sally can have. She's got a spare one. I'm sure she's got a Sewing Street mug as well.
I've got a Sewing Street one.
A
and
Yarn
a Yarn
Lane.
Lane one. Still got a Sewing Quarter one, actually.
I bet you've got a Sewing Quarter one as
I
well.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
I have. I've got, the way my studio is, I've got like shelves above the curtains, and all the way around the room are all the mugs.
Well, that's a lot to dust.
Yeah, I've got a thick, fluffy thing on a stick.
Oh, okay.
So
Called
quick,
husband. Right. 5 minutes, Sally
quick
Stevens.
quilting demo. Quick binding demo. So this is just some fabric I set up before. So
Right, so obviously these aren't today's fabrics.
no,
this
they're
is
just
little
a sample to show you the
Yeah.
binding, and I probably wouldn't use that combination, but so that you can see. So this, for example, is a bit of quilting I've done on a sample one, and this would work quite nicely on that one as well. It's just it's a stitch on the machine. It's one I particularly like. It doesn't show any imperfections like a straight line might if you don't get it quite straight. So we're binding that. And when you're cutting and pressing your binding, different people like different widths of binding, but I tend to go for 2.5, 2 3/4 or 3 inch strips.
Okay.
If you're using on another project, 2.5 inches is fine.
Yeah.
And you press rather in half, wrong sides together. And when you get to when you need to join in another strip, I join it on the diagonal. You can join it in a straight line, but then you get quite a lot of bulk there. If you do this, you see part of the seam is on that side and part is on that side.
So you don't get
So you don't get the bulkiness. Because you're already sewing through some layers here. The other thing I do at the beginning is just chop a bit off the corner, fold over and press, and create a little pocket.
Right.
Okay. And then start part way down the side of your quilt. You can do a quick sort of test as you go around to make sure you haven't got that join right in the corner, because that can make it a bit bulky as well, but you can't always help it. So we've got our little pocket there.
Yeah. So you got your raw edges to your raw edges.
Raw edges to raw edges.
Would you use a walking foot at home?
I pretty much use a walking foot all the time. I'm lucky I've got a walking foot with a 1/4 inch thing on it as well. But it's only because, I don't like spending time doing anything I don't need to. So, Just do a little locking stitch at the beginning and leave your little pocket flapping about there. And then sew again with your 1/4 inch seam. To a 1/4 inch from the edge you're sewing towards. I wouldn't normally take mine off the machine, but I will to show you. And do take a look on your machine foot. Yeah, this has got one. I don't expect the camera can see that.
What are we
Are you
looking
able
at?
to see that? There's
Yeah,
there's a little mark on your foot.
Right.
That's the 1/4 inch mark.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they don't all have that, but if you have,
If you've got the 570, you will have.
you will have. So then you know when you've come to the 1/4 inch point.
Brilliant.
Okay. So then we fold. So we've sewn down here to the corner. We then fold the binding away from the corner, parallel to your next raw edge, and then fold it back like so. You can pin that or clip it. Hold it flat. There's a bit more bulk here, so go steady. I'll just stop there. Is that okay? Or do you want me to go
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue to do that. Same at the next corner. Fold it away, fold it back, and carry on. When you've gone all the way round, you'll end up with this sort of effect.
Yeah.
Tuck this raw edge inside there. And again, there are many other ways of doing binding. This is just my one. Tuck that inside.
Before you get to it, yeah.
And then continue to stitch that closed.
Okay. So the raw edge is tucked inside the binding.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So it's all nice and neat. Then when all that is finished, I quite like to hand sew my binding on the back.
Yeah.
If this was the front of the quilt, I would turn it to the back and just slip stitch it.
Yeah.
And where you've done your little mitered corner, pops over quite neatly
Yeah.
there.
Brilliant. Yeah, because it's quite important to that, because a lot of the time your binding is very different, like you've got there.
Yep.
It's either a brighter or a lighter colour,
Yes.
and it's going to draw the eye. So
It
if
does.
your mitre corner isn't quite right, people are going to
Yeah,
notice it.
that's
aren't
right. The other thing is, if this was the back of your quilt, you could sew as I've done.
they? Yeah.
Say this is the front, turn it to the front, use your clips again, and I would probably do something like a zigzag or a fancy stitch to secure that. And that's what I tend to do on quilts for the show because it's quicker.
Oh yeah.
And it's what you like. You
Yeah,
know.
I like a hand.
I find it very therapeutic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, no, just as the quilt on my bed, I like it to have a thing. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you in an hour's time
very
when we're
welcome.
going to be doing Pam and Nicky Lintot quilt. Right, so round up. Here's the bundle that you can buy. So you get the design roll, jelly roll, plus the instructions. The picture on the web is wrong. This is the colourway you get, the one that Sally's been demoing. £49.99. You can't buy that design roll on its own because it's sold out. Instructions on their own. There's only a handful of these left now. 3 left, 4 left if you once you're all checked out. Then I've got a choice of design rolls. I have this one here, which is 106, which is called Sunday Stroll. Sunday Stroll, miles away then. We've got a computer generated picture of what that would look like. There you go. Lovely. We've also got Flowers for Freya, which is your blue and green soft pastel colours. This is the most popular. £44.99. Then I've got this, which is lovely. This is sort of your soft pinks and soft greens in there. Very lovely. That one's called Sophie. or lots of those in baskets, please check out. And last but not least, we've got one that was brand new today. Now, they're not all on here because I've just dropped some on the floor. But there's your colourways in there. And this is what this is here. Got a nice picture of that. There you go. Brand new today. Happy days from Moda. Now, you will use all 40 strips and you will need to supply... Well, there's no backing, obviously, because we do backing separately, but you need to do 1/2 metre of fabric for your binding as well. Brilliant. Right, don't go anywhere. After the break, I've got tools galore. I'll see you in 4 minutes from now. Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Hi everyone, I'm Sally Ann Harrison and I am a patchwork and quilting fanatic and I've been sewing all my life. I'm currently based here in Bristol, but I used to live in the USA and that's where I picked up the sewing bug big time. I suppose you could say that my sewing journey began when I was about 8 or 9. I distinctly remember the first thing that I ever made and it was, I say I ever made on my own, obviously I did sewing at school, but I came home and I chopped up one of my mother's old uniforms and she used to work in a store. I cut up these little pieces of cotton and I made myself a bikini top, and I can remember the absolute thrill of putting this little bikini top on and going out on my bicycle and riding up and down the road, and that was the first thing that I ever made and I was totally smitten. My claim to fame has to be demonstrating at the Houston International Quilt Show. I am very heavily into wool applique, and I developed a technique where you would use a perlé thread on the top of a sewing machine, and they were interested in Houston and I actually went along to demonstrate in open studios whilst the show was on. It was really magical to have so many people that were interested in what I could do with a sewing machine. I am one of the longer running guests now on Sewing Street. Goodness knows how that happened. But I still get an absolute buzz every time I come up and do a demo, and I love receiving your messages and the feedback after the show. It's absolutely amazing. I'm hoping to bring you lots of new techniques and different ideas, so do stick with me and follow my Sewing Street journey.
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters, so you'll never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay one P&P all day.
heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us. Now, they always say, don't they, get a cutting board as big as you possibly can. Have you ever seen a whopper like this? I know, isn't it fantastic? It's the Horn Self-Healing Cutting Mat. Now, I can't see my graphics, so I can't tell you how much it is. £169.99, which means on split pay. £66.66. Or £56.66 twice. The dimensions are 100 centimetres by 150 centimetres. What's that in inches, please? Oh, honestly, 40 by 60. 40 by 60. Yeah. No, it's bigger than that, actually. So it's what's the centimetres again? 100. Yeah, I was right. 40 by 60. 40 by 60. No, you weren't. Oh, thank you, Paul. I know, I've got a compliment from Paul. Everyone have to stay behind here because I'm blushing now. Anyway, isn't it fantastic? I've not got many in stock. We sold out on the day that Jason was in. Lovely Jason from Horn. And I just thought I had to show it to you today. Okay. Now, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how. If you've all bought one of these, please let me know how it's delivered. I was going to say, do they slice it up with the electric scissors and put it through your letterbox? Because little Paul does deliveries, you see. That's rubbish, what you just said then, Paul. Yeah. Right. Let's do some rulers. Let's do some... Oh, look, sorry, I left my strawberries out. It's a bit of a rush. Right. Let's do some workroom basics now. We can't start doing your quilting without some lovely rulers. So I've got here... I've got a Creative Grid selection of rulers. This one here is your 8-inch by your 24-inch. Now, this is brilliant for when you're cutting across the... Say that again? Yes, Paul. Very, very popular, this one. This is one of those rulers that you buy when you first start because, well, I'll show you here. I'm not going to cut it, but you can cut. So this is your width of fabric here. You can cut straight across the width of fabric, folds it in half, without having to move your ruler and anything like that. The thing about Creative Grid rulers, they have these patented non-slip grips on the bottom, so you can move it around quite happily. Let me show you this. You can move it around quite happily on your fabric. Quite happily like this, right? But then as soon as you put your pressure on to cut, won't move anywhere. Will not move anywhere. It's fantastic. And you cut along here. It's got it along the edges and there's dots of it all over here. Now, you've got 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch increments on here. You've got them in black and you've got them in white. So you can see, like on this fabric, you could look at the white markings on this one. You've got across here and down here, the black circles have got 1/2 inch measurements. And on the other side here, on the white, you've got your solid inch measurements. You've got your 1/4 inch seam allowance on this side, and you've got a 1/2 inch seam allowance on that side. £31.99. It is what everybody needs to set up really their sewing workroom. It is all the designers, every day when we say which ruler do you want to use, every designer goes to use this one. Every single designer uses this one. So at £31.99, it'll last you, well, don't tread on it obviously, but it'll last you a lifetime, I would say, if you look after it. £31.99. Okay. Right, so let's go on to the squares now. Let me just move the fabric out of the way. Right, so a big square, first of all. This is your 12-inch square. Ideal for blocking and doing your, kind of squaring off and everything. 60. Well, do your graphics not tell you what size it is? $23.99 this one. Again, you've got all that you need. Now, the other thing about this, it's got a QR code. Also, if you go to Creative Grid's website, there are little demos on all the rulers. This one has your 45-degree line through the middle. So if you are doing a half square triangle or trying to square anything off, you've got your horizontal line, your vertical line, your center point there. And again, your white circles are your solid inches and your black circles are your 1/2 inch markings. Oh, we've got some fifus. There you go. Excellent product. I now have the full set. Oh, Linda, don't let Gerardine see that. She'll go mad. Oh, I tell you what I haven't brought with me. So there it is, 12 by 12. Another fifu there. Precise and useful, says Lorna in Nottingham. Michelle. Fantastic service throughout. Thank you, Michelle, from the Isle of Man. And love the size and that it's non-slip, says Jane in Cardiff. Doesn't say what she's bought though, does it? Anyway, there's your 12-inch ruler, your 12-inch square ruler. Now I can go down in size with rulers. I've got this one here, which is very, very popular. This one here is your 8.5 by... It's the horn thing's just fallen over. 8.5 by 8.5, yeah, but it's not that camera, so that camera might have been out. Oh, there's only one left. Been very busy on pre-order this one. One left. I'll move on then. Put it in your basket, check out, ring the call centre, check out straight away, $16.99. We obviously order more. When they sell out, we do order more, but you're going to have to wait. You are going to have to wait for that one. Then we've got this lovely little diddy one here, 6.5 by 6.5. $14.99. I love Creative Grid's question mark from Fiona. There you go. First time I've purchased non-slip grid, it should make it easier to use than the slippery ones. Oh, Ingrid, in Rhondda Sin on Taff. It certainly does. Oh, another one, Julie. I love this ruler. I used it straight away. Easy to read the markings across the whole ruler, not to mention the non-slip grip. Great ruler from Julie in Gloucestershire. Thank you. Remember, now, if you're wondering how they happen, when you buy something from Sewing Street, a few days later, what? Oh, no, but I don't care about other companies. I'm just talking about ours, right? You'll get an email in a few days' time. Not everybody gets them. It's random. And it will come from Jewellery Maker. Regarding your recent product from Jewellery Maker. Don't just delete it. Open it and read it, because it'll say, you bought from Sewing Street a ruler, blah, blah, blah. Then you can fill it in. Now, with FIFU, it's completely utterly independent, right? We don't have any say in it. So if it's a really bad one, it still gets put up. It's still there. If there's bad ones, good ones, indifferent ones, we can't go, we don't want to show that one, we don't want to show that one. We have to show all of them. I know. Right. Oh, I forgot about this square one. This is your monster square one. This one's seen better days. Not the ruler, the wrapping, I mean. This one finishes 30. This is your 20.5 by 20.5. This is your bad boy of square rulers. got all the everything that all the others have got, but it's just big. $49.99. You have to do some big blocks, wouldn't you, to use that one? And why not indeed? Now, these, we've only got the Stripology squared in stock at the moment. The mini sold out, the extra large are sold out. These are, there's only 12 of these left. There's only 12 left, that's it, right? So now, what I would do is if I buy this, I'd use the QR or I'd go to the Creative Grids website to watch how you use it, because these are brilliant. When you first buy it, you think, oh, I'm never going to cut that many strips. This is more than just cutting strips, right? So you've got your 1/2 inch, your 1 inch, your 1.5 inch, your 2 inch. You've got stars if you want to do 1.5 inch strips. You've got squares if you want to do 2.5 inch strips. So you can cut your strips to then pre-cut. You can cut squares. You can cut triangles. You can cut diamonds. You can cut hexes. You can use this for precision galore, and it saves you so much time. Now Gerardine says, oh, John, I've got all the rules on sale today except the metal one. Do you think I've got a problem with measuring? Yes, Gerardine, not a problem, because you do it perfectly every time with the Creative Grid. That one's not a Creative Grid one, though, the metal edged one. I'll tell you about that in a minute, though. $44.99. Right, I'll carry on telling you, right? This size is so handy. Right, what you can do with this one is if you're squaring off blocks, you've already got your lines drawn on the ruler to square off blocks as well. So if you need to do a 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch, 10 inch, or if you want to do 1/2 inch ones, there's your 12.5, your 10.5, your 8.5, your 6.5, your 4.5. You just put your block in the middle of that. I haven't got a block to show you. You put your block in the middle there, and you can see how you have to square it off perfectly, because you match the center there with your diagonal lines and your cross lines and everything like that. And you know that you're going to get the perfect squared off. Saves so much time. Saves you so much time, this one. I know, it's brilliant. So this is your Creative Grids non-slip squared ruler, 12.5 inches by Gudrun Erler. Like I say, go to the Creative Grids website and you'll see video after video after video of how they're made. Now, whenever this sells out, we have people going, when's it coming in? When's it coming in? As I say, we've sold out to the extra large, we've sold out to the mini. This is the only one we've got left. And there's only 12 of those, or there were when I started. There's only 12 of those left. At £44.99. Now, my next ruler isn't, I've not seen this one before. This is a steel-edged ruler for cutting stainless steel. Oh, no, that can't be right. It says here for cutting stainless. There's no comma. I don't, look, this is sad, I don't even know. Oh, there you go. There you go. So it's a see-through ruler like before. It's got no non-slip on it. This is Trimmits, this one. Yeah, it's most probably brand new. I've not seen it before. Right, so let's have a look. So it's saying, oh, look, yeah, along the edge, the stainless steel there. Only along one edge. It's only in centimetres, though. It's in metric, look. 30 centimetre ruler. It is a bit misleading because it says for cutting stainless steel, but there's an arrow there going stainless steel. So this edge here has stainless steel on it. $4.99, that'd be a lovely little gift for somebody, wouldn't it? It's even got the little hole to hang it up with. Yeah. So it's like if you're going to be running your rotary cutter along the edge there, you're not going to be able to cut into it, into the acrylic at all. And it's in centimetres, not in inches, whereas all the Creative Grids are inches, as most quilting tools are. I suppose this would be good if you did card making and things like that as well, to get your edges of your cards precise, cut the edges of your card precise. I don't know, because I don't make cards. Is there any more information on it? Okay. Anyway, there it is. It's £4.99. Nice little gift. What's that in inches? 12 inches. 12 inches. What? It's a foot. Right. I know a joke about that, but I'm not allowed to say it. Well, it wasn't a joke. It was something that happens in real life. But... Right. Demo time. I'm just going to get a cutting board out. This one's not for sale in this hour. It's available on the website, though. No, it's Millwood. Right. Now, you see this, right? Alison Marion's got one of these. She loves it. Wendy Orlando's got one of these. She loves it. Limited. Limited. But it is brilliant. Now, Vicky had the square one on the other day, and she was saying about, I really like there's a long one as well. Well, I've got the long one today. Oh, hang on. Roxana sent in a message saying, I've got one of the stainless steel edge rulers. It's brilliant. Thank you, Roxana. Thank you. Could you send it a bit quicker next time when I'm doing the auction? I blame little Paul. Right. Now this is if you've got cut strips or diamonds or triangles, look at all the angles on here, right? You've got 30, 45 and 60 degree angle. You've got your inches and going down in eighth inch increments and everything. If you need to cut strips of fabric and you've got lots and lots of them and you haven't got a stripology, or if you have dexterity issues and you can't always hold on to a rotary cutter, well, even if you haven't got dexterity issues, if you're cutting lots and lots of strips using a rotary cutter, there is a point, isn't there, when your wrist goes a bit like, ooh, and the bit here, what's that bit called there? Yeah, it aches there, doesn't it, if sometimes. It's what? No, it's got a name, isn't it? It's it's a mound of something or other, isn't it? Anyway, this is how yours will arrive, right? I would suggest that you keep the box and you keep it in the box, because you know what happened to Wendy Orlando's? She left hers leaning up against the desk like that. Her husband came in, trod on it, snapped, right? You know what happened to Alison Marion? Now, this is going to sound a bit negative, but it's not. It's just they didn't look after them properly. She kept lifting hers up by the guillotine bit. Don't do that. It's got a handle to lift it up with, right? So what you do is you get your fabric. Fold it in half. You don't have to fold it in half, but I'm just folding this one in half. Right. Let's just, square off the edge. What's the matter? Emma's very excited. She needs to get out more, doesn't she? She's going on holiday in a couple of weeks' time. They're going up the M1. Her and her boyfriend. Oh, right. The other thing is make sure that your blade is sharp. Do apologise. I'm going to do that again. Make sure, because this one just gets used for demoing all the time. Please make sure that your blade is sharp. Oh, and I'll tell you about the blade in a second, actually. There you go. And don't move the ruler until you've pulled the piece of fabric, right? Let's just move that to one side. Right, turn it over so you've squared it off. Right, now what you do is... Oh, no, I did it the right way around, sorry. If you want to cut, like Sally Stevens, if you're making Sally Stevens' quilt from earlier and you need 2.5 inch strips and you haven't done it from a design roll, it's so easy. All you have to do is pop your fabric on the cutting board like that. You literally pop your fabric on there, and you can see here across the bottom, you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. You line up your 2.5 inch mark with the edge of the fabric there, and your 2.5 inch mark with the edge of the fabric up there. Right? Hand here to hold it in place. This is brilliant because there's a guard, so the blade will never go anywhere near your hand, right? And then all you literally do is you just press down on this, right? And you push the blade along. Now, I'm pressing harder than you actually have to press, really, because the blade's blunt in mine, Right, now, you know when we have a rotary cutter, and we always say, always cut away from yourself. On this, you can cut this way as well. You can cut this way as well. It does it both ways. Oh, it's just hasn't caught at the bottom there. Oh, one little bit, but there you go, there you go. So I've cut a 2.5 inch strip. So then Sally, now on Sally's quilt earlier, remember she did, I just got to square it off again. Come on, John. Righty-ho, let me just square off the end again. Right. Oh, come on. There we go. So on Sally's quilt earlier, I can't remember what the measurements were, but she cut her 8-inch piece, didn't she? And then she had to cut 2.5-inch squares. So you literally line up the 2.5 again, line up the 2.5 again, backwards, forwards, slice. There's your square. Simple as that, simple as that. I've got this, John, and the square one, and the one you can do circles with. Oh, the circle one's brilliant as well. So accurate and easy. Love them, from Linda. Thank you, Linda. They are, aren't they? But then, you see, you can cut triangles, you can cut diamonds, you can cut all sorts with them. Right, the way it works is if you look on the side here, I'll do it upwards so you can see it there. Right, so the blade is in there, right? That's where the blade is. You literally press that down. As you press that down, you see how the blade then engages and cuts the fabric. As soon as you let go, the blades pop back. Now, it takes ordinary blades. I've got some coming up later on in the show. So if the blade runs out, you can use a normal rotary cutter blade, 45mm rotary cutter blade. Coming up in a second. It's fantastic. Right, the only thing I would say is it's got this big handle here. Don't hang it up by that. Always store it flat in the box. I'm just giving you, I'm not saying it's weak or anything like that, but oh, drop it. It's durable. But do you know what I mean? It's fantastic like that. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Where's your message there? Morning, Cariad. I am saving up for this as I have a problem with thumb joints. Carpal tunnel. That's a funny name. Bronwen, how are you, my love? In Caerphilly. You save up for it, my love. I've only got, I think I've got 12 left of it at the moment, but we always get them back in. We always get them back in. And again, keep it in the box. Do keep it in the box. At $64.99, it is a lifesaver. It will save your sore hands. It'll save you a lot of time. And it's incredibly, incredibly precise. £64.99. Oh, no? Right, I'm just going to go over there and get the blades because we've got spare blades for it. The blades are really, really, really easy to change. I think it shows you on the box. I'll get the box out for you and have a look at it. Oh yeah, no, this is right. Yeah, this is right. These are just on the back of the packet. It says it's the wavy ones, but it's not. Right, look. Right. There you go. I knew it had. Look, there you go. This is how you change the blade. So let me just see if I've missed anything out. It's 2 tools in one. Oh, is it? You can make straight cuts quick and easy, measures and cuts at once, multiple. Oh, one thing I didn't show you, but that's. Oh, sorry, I've gone off kilter. You can cut 8 layers of fabric, but if you do that, please make sure you've got a sharp blade. I'll get on back onto the blade in a minute. Built-in clear ruler, 6x24-inch grid. It's got, oh, now they are saying you can use it as a carry handle. Yeah, you can use the carry handle, just not hang it up from there, that's right. Ergonomic carriage, fits your hand for quick, easy cuts. Magnetic safe, no, hang on, is that right? Magnetic carriage, 45mm rotary blade. Bias lines make cutting angles easy. Anti-linked rail. That's the big silver rail that I was saying is used for safety. Unique designs prevents lint build-up. Easy blade change. There you go. Magnetic system offers safe, non-touch blade change. And that's how to change the blade. There you go. That's it. Isn't it brilliant? Oh, hang on. What else does it say on here? Carrying handle. Magnetic carriage. 45mm rotary blade, ergonomic carriage, outline grid, it's all the things I've just said, bias lines, clear acrylic deck, anti-lint rail. Isn't that lovely? Right, so that's that. it comes with a blade in it, but you will obviously need to change the blade. Here are the blades that you need to change it with. Oh, yeah. There you go. These aren't by Fiskars. These are by So Easy. They come in little cases, 3 of them in there, for $8.99. Morning, says Stuart. It's quiet here today in the shop. It's the women's cycle race tour coming through the village, so no parking allowed. Oh, no. No parking allowed. Sandra says, I love your clearing up, John, from the land of the short lamps. Oh, how... Sandra, I'll be going through there again soon. Ah, yeah, it's when you drive to London, you get to... Oh, there's an aeroplane. What's that place there? RAF. Anyway, and all the street lamps are short, like that. So you go along the A40, driving along normal street lamp, little street lamps like that. And Ickenham's just up there, and they've just built some flats there on the left-hand side. And it's an RAF, I can't remember the name of it now. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, that's the land of the short light bulbs. And Colin, Northolt, thank you, Sandra, Northolt. Colleen Nolan used to live just round the corner from there. Yes. Right, I haven't finished on this side. I've got other things to show you on this side. So let me just move this. Right, extra wide backing. I had that one in the last hour, didn't I? Right, black on black. Half of this went during pre-order. This is your black on black shadows. We've just called it black, shadows black, extra wide backing, $8.99. Half of it went on pre-order. How could I forget Northolt? Anyway, I'm hoping, when am I in London next? I'm going for lunch with Sarah Green at the end of the month. I've got to go there for something. What is it I've got to go there for? Anyway, doesn't matter. No, my dentist's in Evesham now. Love going to the dentist. That's on Monday, the dentist. Dentist and... What? No, that's all I've got booked in for Monday. Okay, light grey, that's this one here. Did we have this one in the last hour? Different colourway. That's your light grey. Right, I've got 2 more things to show you on this side of the table before I go over there. I've got the ruler stand. Now, I'd only put your little rulers on this one. I wouldn't put your big rulers on this one. $10.99. Right, okay, I'm going to be really... Oh, no. No, I'm not. I was going to be controversial, but I'm not. It's sat there, can't be bothered. So you got 4 slots in there. It's 10 by 4 inches. It has rubber stoppers on the bottom, stop it sliding across your desk. And it's $10.99. If you just want to store... I've got one of these open somewhere, hang on. Yeah, have you got a picture of it with the rulers and everything? Oh, it's open but not in use. All right, then hang on a sec. I'll just put this away. Oh, wah! Wah! Right, here you go. See, I'll just put the little ones on here. They're ideal for all of these, look. There you go. $10.99. John, my ruler and cutter has a special hold to hang it up, so it hangs straight. Love, Berta. Where's yours? Oh, there. There, now, Berta, thank you for pointing that out. I've never seen that before. Never seen the special hole before. There, look. Look, can you see it? Can you see? There's a special hole there. Anyway. Oh, Berta, you see, I've seen people hang it up using that bit, and it always worries me, right? Oh, Berta. One's for hanging, one's for carrying. Oh, hang on, Mark. The hook's not big enough, though. I'll get it there. Oh, no, I won't. In case I break something. Oh, hang on. Where's my cushion gone now? Rightio. Ellen says, just got my light box that I ordered. And do you love it, Ellen? Do you love it? Right, okay. One other thing on this side. You saw Sally Stevens use the bigger version of this earlier. But if you've just got a little space next door to your sewing machine, this is perfect. This is 10 by 10 inches. The actual thing measured 11, but you can only measure 10 on it. On this side, it's a pressing mat, but you've got your inch marks. You also won't have a stain on it like that. Don't worry about those, not meandering, that's not the right word. Stretching out of shape, because they've all been baked into the fabric. So that will stay an inch square. And you've got your circles on there. You've got your 45-degree line, your 60-degree line. But then on the other side, you have a little cutting mat. $34.99. The huge mats arrive. Oh, here we go. The huge mats arrive in a thick cardboard. So if I need to move my board, it goes back into its packing, keeps it straight and safe. Oh, that's horn. That is. That's horn. That. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for that. I didn't know. Didn't know that. Anyway, look. Cutting mat on one side. Press it on the other. Lovely, isn't it? $34.99. If you've not got, you see, this is the one that our designers use. If you've not got that much space, right, then this one's perfect, isn't it? And, you know, to be honest, who has? No, not in my workroom, I haven't. I've only got a little desk. It's smaller than this, my desk in the workroom. A sewing room. At $34.99. Ellen can't wait to use her light box. Well, don't use it till 1, Ellen. I'm here till 1. Don't be putting it on yet. Okay, I've got to move now. Oh, yeah, I've got to move on to the table now. To the other table. I've got some Orifil threads here that I've never, ever seen before. Right, ombre stitches, excuse me, ombre stitches. Orifil with QT fabrics, 12 spools, they're all 50 weight in the plastic box there. No, I don't think I've ever seen these before. So they are, I don't know why they're ombre stitches. Oh, that's a variegated. Hang on, that's variegated, that's variegated. That's not. Right. So you've got 4 variegateds and 8 solid colours on there. There with QT fabrics you get now. Let's work this out. So you get 12 times 1300, Paul. Okay, so you need to take $79.99 and divide it by that number. Multiplied by 100. See, now look, it works out. So everyone goes, oh, that Orifils, they're expensive, they are. Works out at 51p for 100 metres, right? You show me any thread company of worth where you can buy 100 metres of cotton thread for 50p. That's a very subtle variegated, that one there. That's like sand. No, that's you. That's lovely, that one there, isn't it? Beautiful. And then you've got your dark green, your lime green. You've got your magenta and you've got your rose. You've got your, 3 blues. You've got your dark blue, your pale blue, and your aqua. And then you've got your bright orange in there. Aren't they lovely? I've never seen these before. $79.99. I'll show you the front. They've obviously done it in collaboration with QT Fabrics. Now, QT Fabrics, they supply an awful lot of our fabrics. 12 spools, they're 50 weight, so you can use them for dressmaking, for quilting, whatever you want. They're designed, oh, they're lovely, aren't they? Beautiful. And you get that lovely box to store it in as well. $79.99. Fabulous massage. Ooh, these colours are gorgeous, says Kate. Kate, aren't they? But before you buy them, Kate, I've got another box here. Valerie Wells. Now, I meant to do this because there was so much going on this morning. Can you look up Valerie Wells for me? Spelt V-A-L-O-R-I. See, I like her collection of colours. See, this would have been my next box, would have been colours like this. Next box of threads. She's a quilter, fabric designer, pattern designer, printmaker, photographer, and business owner. I recognise some of this as well. Oh, she's the lady from Oregon. Oh, anyway, look at the colours. Look at the beautiful colours in this one. So you've got your dark blue. Hang on. I know they're all lovely, the blue. She obviously likes blue. She's obviously quite spiritual. So navy blue, marine blue, aqua. Oh, hang on. There's another blue and another blue. Then she's got her purple. Then she's got her green. Then another green. Then she's got her ochre. Or was that mustard? That's gold. Brand new today. There you go, there you go. Oh, aren't they lovely? $79.99 again. Works at the same price. 51p for 100 metres. 100% cotton, all the way from Egypt, taken to Italy to create these fabulous threads for you. You can use them for dressmaking, for quilting. Are these 50 weight as well? Yep, 50 weight. All 50 weight. Aren't they lovely? Really lovely colours there. They're all quite vibrant, those colours. That one's nice, that soft apple green there. Which one's Emma? Well, it depends which Emma you're talking about now. No, this Emma, but this Emma's got several facets, hasn't she? She's like a gemstone with different facets. That's her when she goes home to Rory. Okay, Emma at work. Well, it depends. Sometimes she's this colour. Sometimes she's this colour. She's very often this colour. What's that mean? Well, orange means... What? I've got to move on. Now I've got orifills, more orifills. These are called heroes. Oh, right. Now, you know, plant a tree for the Jubilee. We've all got to plant a tree because it's the Queen's 70th Jubilee this year coming up, isn't it? How much bunting are we going to make in red, white and blue? Tell me, how much bunting? How many things are we going to make that are red, white and blue? Hero, red, white and blue. Catherine says, good morning, John. I am still sat on the fence to which sewing machine that my other half is buying me for Christmas. Which do you suggest, the Elna 320 or the Elna 450? Right, Catherine, out of those two, you definitely want the 450. You definitely want the 450. No, Paul, don't need to. I know the story. Definitely the 450 out of those two, Catherine. Oh, Hannah's watching. Right, Hannah, we want to see your outfit. What time is it? What time's the wedding? So email your picture in of you going to the wedding. How did it all go last night, meeting the in-laws? We've been talking about it all morning. Hannah, do you want to send it an email? This is where you have to send it to. studio@sewingstreet.com. Just in case you can't remember. I wonder what time the wedding is. What time are most weddings? 1 o'clock, something like that. What time was your wedding, Emma? The first one. Oh, 8 o'clock in the evening. That's a, and in summer, it's really nice. When we did 4 Weddings and Funeral, we had to do one at Magic Hour. And that, walking down the aisle, if you can get Magic Hour, the light is just perfect. Okay, so there's not a picture of her, and we can't show it. We can't show it. She's still in bed, but she's doing she's gone back to university. She's doing an MA. An MA in theatrical events or something like that it is. I think she thought it was going to be a breeze, right? And she's working hard. Oh, don't get me wrong. She's not what's it, but there's a lot of work to do. I think she's brilliant. I think she's brilliant doing both. I think to stretch your brain like that and come in here and deal with us every day or all the days that she does. She's just brilliant. Anyway, I've got to do this because I mentioned it in the last hour. Yes, she's doing yes, very soon she's doing a pop-up event in Selfridges in Birmingham. You'll all have to come along. You'll all have to come along. Right, $12.99 quilt basting spray, and say to all the organisers, isn't this brilliant? Oh, this is so brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. $12.99. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. If you get it, this is like $5.05. You spray fabric to fabric with it at $12.99. Well, you see, I think it's because Steph's getting ready because he's one of the groomsmen, so he'll have to be there early to greet everybody at the church or wherever it's happening and things. Quilt basting spray. Oh, Hannah as well. Hannah, Paul's beaten your record for yesterday, just so you know. Quilt basting spray. Beautiful. Anyway, moving on. Right, well, how long have I got? Oh, I've got 15 minutes. Right, why did you make me get these friction pens off the trolley then? Yeah, what's different to these three then? Right, so do the bundle first. Yeah, but they're the same 3 pens. Yeah, they're the same 3 pens. Right, here's a bundle of 3 pens. 3 black Friction pens. Broad, medium and fine. You're saving £2. Actually, aren't you saving more than that? Oh, no. £3.99, £12. Anyway, you get £2 off this. Yeah, the early bird was better because Paul took more money off, but the early bird weren't black, different sizes, were they? They were lilac, blue and red or something, weren't they? Lilac, blue and green. Anyway, £9.97, £2 off. Fabulous. Now, you can buy each of those individually if you want to. I've gone for $2.74 first. This is your broad nib. This is your broad nib, this one. Yes. Should we put some graphics in? No, you see, you are saving more than £2. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's the broad one. You old broad. Beautiful. Then I've got 265. Oh, I've gone to fine now. Not fine nib now. There's only 2 of these left. You've bought all these apart from 2. Oh, so Steph has gone to the wedding already, see. So Steph, who is Hannah's boyfriend, he's one of the groomsmen. So he's gone to the wedding. He's left her in the hotel in bed. She's doing a research reading for college, for university. University, MA, thank you. And she's reading while we're on in the background. She's like hanging out with friends. Well, can you go and get us some Starbucks? I don't know where in the world she is, though. I don't know where the wedding is. So I don't know where she is. No, that's her first port of call. And then they were driving from there to the wedding. Anyway, 258. This will be a medium. This will be your medium nib. There you go, $3.99. She worked so hard. And she'll have been doing her hair, won't she? Yeah, it was still wet. Was it yesterday it was still wet? She'd had it coloured the day before, still wet from that, so she had to wash it last night, ready to go off, and she had to do shaving her legs and all that sort of thing. Oh, she's got a coffee on her own. Did she say where she is in the world? Okay. $3.99. It's what she does when she's in normally. No, why would she do it for us when she's there? You could do it, Paul. You're the producer. No, exactly. Right. I've got wash away quilter's tape. Why not? $6.99. Sold out. I've got Millwood glass-headed pins. Glass-headed pins are good because you can iron over the top of them and they won't melt. These are heat-resistant pins, long and sharp, excellent for quilting. They're like dressmaking, those. These are quilting. These are Clover quilting pins, but you can iron over these as well, $9.99. I think Paul needs to get out and about, doesn't he, today? $9.99. Okay, and then I've got magic clips, big and small. We'll do the big ones first. At $18.99, you get a pack of 12. Now these, what you can do is you can see here, you can don't sew over them, but because they're flat at the end there, you can sew very, very close to them. And you'd have to keep taking them out as you're going along. They do have your half-inch, quarter-inch, half-inch and 5/8 of an inch seam allowance marked on them. There you go. That's a more clear picture. This is it. That's what I've finished now, Paul. I want to do that. Oh, and 2 waddings, yeah. $16.99. They're the slightly smaller ones. They've got half-inch and quarter-inch. Okay, then we got 2 heirloom wool batting, this one. Now, wool is really good because it's slightly more expensive, but it keeps you warm in the winter and cool in summer. 120 by 120 inches, king size, $64.99. This is washable wool wadding. It's what you want, isn't it? Fantastic. Now, hang on, let's have a look at this. So this is 100% washable wool, maintains loft, excellent, exceptional resilience, needles wonderfully. Fantastic. It doesn't say how many inches apart you have to do it. Normally does, doesn't it? Anyway, then I've got this one, which is cotton batting. Same size, same make, But 80%, no, yeah, 80% cotton, 20% polyester. $37.99. This is 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Needles wonderfully. Exceptional resilience. Maintains loft. There we go. Shall I recap something? Threads, yeah, threads are here. Threads are here. We'll do the ombre stitches first, just in case you missed it earlier. Works out at 51p for 100 metres. They're Aurifil, they're brand new. These are variegated. These are your solid colours. QT Fabrics, in association with QT Fabrics and Aurifil. $79.99. Now I know you're thinking, ooh, $79.99. That's a lot of money to, but do you know what? It works out cheaper than buying the smaller spools of thread. And I've even seen polyester thread more expensive than that. $79.99. Fabulous. And then the other new ones today with the Valerie Wells ones. These are lovely. These are such vibrant colours, these. Isn't No, nothing. I think I know somebody called Valerie Wells. Except that that's their alter ego name. Or they're a drag queen. $79.99. No, that's Tiffany Wells. That's Tiffany Wells, not Valerie Wells. Obviously. Get it right, John. And then this one, you've got to get this one ready for your Jubilee celebrations. Hero, red, white and blue. Hero. $24.99. Hero. There it is. Singing, what was that song? Can't think of it now. You're my hero, everything I wish I could be. That one. I could fly higher than an eagle. You're the wind between my wings. No, Bette Midler. Yeah, it's Bette Midler, that one. It's Bette Midler from Beaches. $24.99, doesn't believe me, thinks it's Barbara Streisand. Anyway, $24.99. Going for a break now. After break, Sally Sims is here. We are going to be doing one of the Pam and Nicky Lintop quilts. Now, that's the pattern we're doing, but we're not doing it in that colourway because that colourway is the one from the book, right? We're doing it in this colourway, kind of. We will see you in 4 minutes from now.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay one P&P all day.
Hello everyone, my name's Cara Ackerman and I'm absolutely delighted to be here at Sewing Street. I actually originated from Hertfordshire, then went down to Hampshire and then it ended up in the East Midlands. I've been in the East Midlands for about 40 years now, which seems crazy, but 36 of those I actually worked with DMC Creative World, which was wonderful. I really, really enjoyed that. And then I decided to go freelance and that's how I got introduced to Sewing Street. I love doing anything to do with textiles, so embroidery, cross stitch, patchwork, done a bit of quilting, bag making, toy making, oh goodness, there's loads and loads of things. What I love doing is just trying something new, and I think one of the tips is don't be frightened of trying something new. You always learn from it, and you know, don't be scared of making mistakes either. We all learn from the mistakes that we make. Little bit about me that you might not know and that's a bit of a surprise. I once went to the garden party down at Buckingham Palace, the Queen's garden party, for some work that I did with Marie Curie. I was so lucky to go there and just a wonderful time. So I hope to see more of you on Sewing Street and I hope to try lots of new crafts with you. So see you again soon. Bye bye.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 PM every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 PM to 1 PM. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. Hundreds of these books have sold this week, and I know lots and lots and lots of you are waiting for the demo today. It's such a beautiful book, I can't tell you. It's called Quilts from Quarters by the award-winning mother and daughter combo Pam and Nicky Lintott, right? Now, what I love about the book is it's $19.99. It says here 12 clever quilt patterns, but then they give you one for free. So you're actually getting 13 patterns in here. Now, how much would you pay for a quilt pattern? $9.99, $12.99. You're getting 13 of them in this book, and they are gorgeous. They're all made from either fat quarters or long quarters, right? And look, well, let's look at the quilts and I'll explain how it works, right? So here are the 13 different quilts. This is the one we've got hanging on the wall. This is the one we're doing today. Obviously, we don't have it in that Well, our colourway isn't that different to that, actually, one of our colourways. But what we've got here are all the quilts. So you've got your simple stars. Let me explain it straight away. So what you do is in each of these patterns, it tells you what you need, because obviously you can't make the whole thing out of fat quarters. So you need 4 quarters, either fat quarters or long quarters, and it tells you how to cut them out. You need 1.3 meters of background fabric. That's the cream, obviously, in this one. 40 centimeters of binding fabric and 50 centimeters of iron-on interfacing. That's because this one's got a bit of applique on it. But then look, there's your quilt, there's your block size, 24 inches. There's the finished size, 48 by 48. This is how to make your half square triangles. This is how to sew them and cut them, place them, applique them, put them together, and then you're on to your next one. They're a thorough. And you've got this one here is brilliant for beginners because it's literally cutting up your fat quarters or your long quarters into different shapes and just sewing them back together again. But creating a real look. Isn't that lovely? Just very simple. Then the one we're doing today called Square Deal. This one's not more difficult, but you're going to be constructing it not sideways, but from the top there. There's your layout. So here you go. You need 12 fat quarters or long quarters. You need 2.5 meters of your background fabric and you need 50 meters of binding. How to cut them out, and then literally how to make all your different blocks. And look at it, it looks really, really difficult and busy, doesn't it? But it's actually only 2 blocks and some triangles. I know. There's your finished thing in the purple, how to make the quilt. This, we love this one. Hearts and crosses. Stunning. There it is. Made with Anna Maria, look. And we had that amazing bundle of Anna Maria yesterday, didn't we? Then this one, this is the one I thought Sally was making. When I said she was doing, because it was squares, I thought it was going to be this one. This one is so clever, because look, it looks like you've got 4 squares with a square overlap that changes colour sort of thing. So you do have to make note on how you place your colours on here. But look, they've sorted it. There's your block, right? But they've done it. They've told you how to do. Oh, where's the colourway? Hang on. Look. They've told you how to place your colours, so you get that effect of it looking like it overlaps each other. That's 5 pages of instructions for that one. Then we've got hidden butterflies, which we love. Then we've got your, oh, hang on, that's hourglass, that one, isn't it? Something called hourglass. Crazy hourglass. Then we've got the falling leaves. If you watch yesterday's show, you'll see most of these quilts because I had them here and I had them all draped over the desk. Oh, actually, we've got pictures of them, haven't we? Sorry, I'm whittling on and I could show you pictures of them. There's that one. Look, there it is. That was the reality of it. Now, the other thing is if you place those maple leaves, if you place those maple leaves slightly differently, on this one here, on the book, she's put them on a navy blue background, but with all the stalks going into the middle, it makes it look completely different, doesn't it? So hang on, which other ones did we have pictures of? Yesterday we had a picture of the heart one. Oh, not that one, heart. Where's the heart one gone? There you go, there's the heart one. We had the real ones in the studio. There, look. No, we just did the book yesterday, Then this one here, which we had in the 2 different colourways. I know, it's fantastic, isn't it? In the cave. We've got cave today. There's the blue one that's hanging behind Sally already. Then there's Diamond Sparkle. Back to the book. We didn't have that one. I don't think we had any more, did we? I think that was it then. Oh, no, we had this one. We had the Octagon Stars yesterday. There, look. Look. And then we also had one that everybody fell in love with yesterday. Have I missed it? Oh, no, there it is. Spotlight, right? But look at it. Yeah. So we got Pam and Nicky sent the actual ones out of the book. That's the one in the book. But we said, wouldn't that be amazing in Christmas fabrics? Or, just look, there it is on a sofa on the beach like you do. Isn't it fantastic? And then this one, I love this one. Now that's very much like a storm at sea, isn't it, really? But the colours are just amazing. I think they didn't send that one in because they knew I'd take that one home. Look. Isn't it just beautiful? And then there, look, yeah, there's your free one. You step into spring, that's your free project at the back there. And then all the templates you need here, so you don't need anything special. All the life-size templates are there. And then they talk about the general techniques at the back. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely book. It's $19.99. It's brand new. It's their brand new book. It's only been out a couple of weeks. Isn't it lovely? $19.99. Now, I know the book arrived last week, and we've sold hundreds and hundreds. This is the first time we've done a project from it, so it's very, very exciting. And that's lovely, isn't it? $19.99. Margaret says those quilts are stunning, aren't they? Aren't they just? Right. Before we get to Sally, I need to explain how this hour works, right? So what we've done is the book is separate. You have to buy the book if you want the pattern. So the book isn't in any of the bundles at all. So you need to buy the book, right? Then what we've done on this is we've chosen 3 different background and binding colorways for you. So I'll do the first one. So this is the orange one. So this is your background. And that, oh, they're taking £3 off as well. I don't know why they've done that. So that's your background, that orange. Now, this is one Sally's going to be demonstrating, but she was sent a solid orange. She wasn't sent this mottled. So you get 2.5 meters of that for your background, and you get 1/2 meter of this for your binding, right? How many left, you say? There's only 7 of those left now. 7 left. Been very busy on pre-order this hour. Then we have the backing green version. So that would be your backing, and this would be your binding. That's 2.5 meters and 1/2 meter. There's only 6 of those left. But I'm going to explain, because you're getting a bit asking where the squares are coming from. Well, you can choose which squares you want in a minute. So the graphics will come in a second. There you go. £21.40 chartreuse. There's only 6 of those left. And then there's the navy blue one. There's only 4. I knew that would. There's only 4 of the blue one left. So you get 2.5 meters of the navy, and you get 1/2 meter of the marine. Okay, so they're the backgrounds that are on offer to you. Now what you need to do, if you're going to make the whole quilt, you can buy those just as bundles if you want. You don't need to, you can buy the book on its own, not make anything if you don't want to from here. Now we have got the 12 fat quarters that you need to make it. You choose, so if you've chosen which backing you want, you now choose what you want to go in the squares. So let's just have a look at the blue one on the wall. So you're now going to choose what goes in those squares. So you've already chosen the green, the blue, or the orange as your backing and your binding. Now you're going to choose what the 12 fat quarters that go into it. So this is the first fat quarter bundle. I'll put it at the front here, and you can then see which one, if you like it, with any of these. Yeah, stay wide on this so you see all of these and see all the backing. So these are your greens. They've called this one sea greens. Sea greens, they've called this one. No idea why. There you go. So now, would you put that, because that's $39.99, would you put that with the green? Would you put it with the blue? Or would you put it with the orange? Choice is yours. So what you do is you buy the bundle of your choice for your background and your binding, and then you choose your fat quarters to do the squares inside. So that one there is sea greens. Okay, now the next one has got the black damask in it. It's got the hydrangea. It's got your jumble. It's got your button mosaic in purple. You've got your damask in purple. You've got your feathers in fire, in equator. You've got your garlands. You've got more button mosaic there. You've got cactus flower. You've got grape. You've got damask. And you've got your red banana plantation. This is the one that Sally Stevens has used for hers. So she's done hers with orange. Hang on. There you go. Brights. Cool Brights, that one's called. So that's it with the orange. That's what you're going to see Sally do, but with her orange is slightly different. Or you could do it with the blue. Or you could do it with the green. They all work, don't they? So that's your Cool Brights, $39.99. Okay, then we've got this one here, which you've got your big camellias, you've got your jumbles, you've got your hydrangeas, you've got your damask, you've got your chips, you've got your shark's teeth, you've got your button mosaic, you've got your grape, you've got your jumble, you've got banana plantation in black. That one there is called, that warm brights then. Oh, okay. So you can have that with the green. Nah. You can have that with the blue. Oh, that's nice. That with the blue. Or you can have that one with the orange. Now, your last choice of fat quarters is this one, which is... Okay, this one's called Ocean. So you got your cactus flower twice. You got your garlands. I say it like that because I used to go dancing in garlands in Liverpool when I was younger. Button mosaic, floating flowers. You've got your feathers in blue. You've got your camellias again. You've got your hydrangeas. You've got your garlands in grey. You've got your banana plantation in blue. You've got your chips in blue. And you've got your damask in blue. So now you're going to put that with green. Are you going to put it with the blue? Are you going to put it with the orange? Now, this bundle here, once you've all checked out, that's sold out. There's enough people in baskets now to sell that one out. Okay, so they are all of your bundles and your books. So let's get on with the sewing. So, Sally Stevens, is it... Oh, now, we've got to talk about the cutting out, haven't we? About that you've got to be careful cutting it out.
Yes, that's
I'll
right.
let you tell me what you want to tell me.
Yeah, can I just say one thing about the book?
Yeah, of course you can.
The bonus pattern, rather than just say they've got 13, the bonus pattern is because this 13th quilt is made from the pieces left over from the Fun of the Fair quilt.
Oh.
So that's why it's a bonus.
But it's still good of them to throw it in.
Certainly. As they've said, they don't like to waste anything.
No, exactly. So if you
So
made
all
12
of those,
and
yes.
bought the fabric for 12, you could then make number 13.
Yes, you just
as well.
need the extra little bit of backing fabric. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Fantastic.
yes.
So, talk to me about this quilt then.
Okay, so this, well, I think this is amazing because Cave Facet fabric is fantastic.
Yeah.
Personally, I sometimes struggle with putting the colours and things together. So these bundles have already been chosen to go together. But also because you've got relatively solid or mottled dividing strips, it really brings it all together. So some of the fabrics you think, well, that's not going to go with that, but it does, and it creates an amazing pop.
But I often think that with his collection, when you first see it, you go, oh, that's not going to work. And then you put it all out on the desk, and you think, actually, it does.
Yes,
They know what they're doing.
You think, darn it, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
But yes, talking about the fat quarters and long quarters, a fat quarter of fabric is a metre cut into 4, or a yard cut into 4. A metre is the larger of the two. These are what's called standard fat quarters. They're not the metric ones.
Right.
So they're yard fat quarters. That's absolutely fine. And in fact, in the book, they explain the difference between those two and how to cut them. And only one thing I would say with this, on one of the fabrics you have to cut, you need to cut 4 strips from one of the fat quarters. That's a little bit tight, so just watch don't.
So don't go in all gung-ho and just cut willy-nilly. Really think about your cutting and be precise about your cutting.
But all of the other fabrics, you just cut from 3 strips across the fat quarter.
Okay.
So that you're more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So I left that tight one till last. So I could make sure I got all those cut and then I got plenty.
Okay, perfect.
So that's worth
And
knowing.
do you, because I can see you've got big squares and little squares, how do you decide what to do, when and where?
Well, again, in the instructions, because they are very thorough, you're absolutely right, they suggest from your bundle of 12, you pick 4 of the fat quarters that are going to be used just for the big squares.
For the bigger squares?
Yeah.
But you've got more than 4 squares in there, haven't you?
You've got 12, I think.
Oh, okay. So the 4... The fat
16.
quarters that you choose do all the big squares. You
Yes.
don't have a variety of big squares. You only use those 4 over and over again.
That's
3
right.
times.
That's right.
Okay.
That's just the way they designed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I think because of we're using fat quarters in this case, it gets the best use out of them.
Of course. But if you've got other cake at home, because every collection of cake goes with every collection of cake, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You could, if you wanted to, use some of your stash and make those squares all different as
You
well.
could,
Couldn't you, if you wanted
you
to?
could, yes. I mean, yes, you could make every single one different if you wanted to do it as a scrappy quilt.
Of course.
You literally could make every single.
If you've got it in your stash. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And there are just 2 blocks.
Right.
I'll show you the blocks finished and then we can look at how they're constructed. So this is block A. And this is block B.
Okay, which one's A? I can't see. Oh, right. A is the
That's
big
A,
one, is it?
Yeah, and B.
Yeah.
There are only 2.
Yeah.
So
A is like the picture frame.
Yes.
And B is like the 4 quarters.
sort of a window frame.
window
yeah.
frame.
Yeah.
I need to warn you, the blue backing bundle is sold out. Blue backing bundle's gone, so you can't buy that now. Right.
And apart from picking your first 4 fat quarters to do your big squares from, the rest then is just the smaller squares. Just cut the rest of it up as they explain, and you'll have your pile of coloured squares.
So, do you use everything? Do you use is there anything left
There was some left. Yes, there was some left. Now,
of the cave?
Yes, I haven't cut out the whole quilt
Right.
here.
Oh, of course, you're here.
Yeah, so I've cut out probably a little bit over half.
Right.
And there seems to me to be plenty left, and there's certainly plenty of the
backing
left.
Brilliant.
And from the backing, you cut a number of strips in different sizes. There are 3. They're all 1.5 inch strips, but you cut them into different lengths.
So this is where your stripology or your
Yeah.
Fiskars guillotine one would really
Yes, it
come
would be
in
really
handy,
good
wouldn't it?
because
Yeah.
I'd say the quilt to make it is probably confident beginner, you know, but the cutting takes a little while.
Oh, okay.
And because they are only 1.5 inch wide strips, which isn't very wide, do be careful when you're cutting them so that you don't bow them or stretch them, because they're quite narrow relatively. So that's the only thing. So that's the only reason I'd say it wouldn't be a complete beginner's quilt.
Right.
And also because it's quite large.
Of course. Yeah, it is. It's a whopper, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 68 by 68.
64 by 64.
Right, okay. So it is quite a big one.
Uh-huh.
And in terms of the construction, you're basically sewing the large squares and the 4 patches together alternately.
Right.
And you're doing that in strips and you'll be adding a triangle to the end. I'll show you how to do that in a minute.
Right, yeah.
So you assemble it actually from corner to corner.
Right.
You're not assembling
Yeah.
it from the flat side. So if I go over to the quilt, and you can see you're assembling it in this fashion.
Yeah, so your first line is 1 triangle.
Yeah.
Your second line is is
that.
a block with 2
And 2
triangles.
triangles.
Then your
That's-
next one is 3 blocks and
Yeah,
2 triangles.
that's correct.
Right, okay. You see, it looks from the book, you think, oh, I'd never be able to make that. Actually, it is quite a simple
It is
make.
quite a simple make, and
Yeah.
I mean, our last demo didn't take the whole hour. This one might not.
Oh, okay, fine.
But there's, again, there's lots of little tips and tricks
Lovely.
and so on. And I wouldn't, in any case, start with the triangle at the top.
Right.
And they recommend in the book also that you don't do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
the triangle would go at the top. I'll talk about the little ears and everything in a
Yeah.
minute. But I would do all these strips,
Before you just
join
add
them
the
together,
single.
and just add these at the end. And be careful not to handle them too much, which is another reason why to leave them to the end, because they're not. This has got some bias to it. But the way that they have recommended you cut these triangles, it's not on a bias on the outside edge.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So you have got some bias across, but that's... And they do that by basically... I'll show you the picture, because I've already cut some out. So it's a square, a large square, that you cut into 4 on the diagonals,
Right.
which means that all of your outside edges
Are all on the straight.
are on the straight. And that's a handy tip whenever you're working
But it
with
does
triangles
mean
like that.
all the seams you're sewing are all on the bias.
They are, but that's easier to sort of control when you're stitching it to straight.
Of course, yeah.
So, you've got to have some compromise, I guess, somewhere. But then you won't have wibbly-wobbly
Edges.
fraying
No, because
edges.
when you come to bind it, the last thing you want is
Yeah,
wibbly-wobbly bits.
that's
around.
right. That's right.
Christine says it's great to see you back again, Sally Stevens.
Thank you. So, we'll do a little bit of sewing.
The block A looks actually quite simple.
It is rather, yes. It is one of the larger squares
Uh-huh.
and 2 of those strips and 2.
So did you have it all laid out on the desk? You have the big squares, the little squares, and all the different size strips all laid out, ready to go?
Well, as I do normally, I
Yeah.
just clip everything together. So, yeah, I did a pile of the larger squares. I've got a pile here of the smaller ones. And then I cut all my strips and I label everything up,
Yeah.
Those are...
So you could, when you came to make it, you just went, I need one of those, or two
Yeah.
of those, and one of those.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So I literally lay them out on my desk like that and I pick
Yeah.
the ones that I want.
Brilliant.
And I label them up so you make sure you've got the right one. It's just... You'd think I was organised.
Yeah.
Okay. So we sew the 2 strips top and bottom.
Of the backings. The backing bundles, there's only 4 of orange and 2 of green left. The blue sold out. Just so you know.
They would all mix and match though.
No, totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Another one on that side. And because they are quite large squares, it does come together very quickly. So I'm going to press
Oh,
those two
now,
first.
do you have to think about, because you're cutting the square on the straight of grain,
Yep.
but the pattern, when it's made, will be sideways, won't it?
It's just at an angle.
Yeah, so it's fine with the buttons, but I was just thinking if it's one with trees.
Oh, do you mean the direction?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
If you look in the book, and probably on this, because I thought that when I came to this one, I thought, well, that's how the leaves go.
Yes, yeah.
But it wouldn't, it does work in this case, but it wouldn't necessarily work. And in the book, if you look, they've got similar ones to this, and they're at all angles.
Oh, okay. So basically random
Don't-
your
yeah,
angles as
just-
well. Don't
just-
try and
no,
make it all directional.
No. And like most quilts of this sort,
Oh,
you
yeah,
might
they've
be
got
looking,
a yellow and orange
Yeah.
plantation one upside down. haven't
yeah,
they?
yeah, just the way it's come along.
Yeah.
But with a lot of quilts, I mean, the one I did earlier and this one, it doesn't necessarily matter which way up it is. And if you've got it over a sofa or on your bed, you'll be seeing it from different angles
Exactly,
anyway. So
exactly.
unless it's deliberately meant to be a particular angle or size, I'd never worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to press the seams, set the seams first of all, which beds the thread in. And as they mention in the book, actually, I'd not thought of this before, it also takes any tension out of the thread that might be there.
Of course.
Now, when we come to pressing, they suggest that you press away from the larger square towards the strip.
Right.
And they show the arrows for doing that. And I mean, respect, they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
But I would actually press it towards the bigger
Okay.
lump of fabric.
Or they'll be watching. Pam and Nicky Lintop message in and say, why did you do yours to the outside and she's doing hers to the inside?
Because I find when, particularly with these sort of thinner strips, can you see as I'm trying to press it, it sort of puckers or moves a little bit.
Right.
Now you can obviously press it back again, but that isn't necessarily the straightest of lines. Now maybe it's just the way I press things, so don't shout.
Well, they're shouting at their telly now.
So I would tend to press any 2 pieces of fabric, the smaller one to the bigger one.
Bigger one, right. Ange says this book is fabulous, and this is the first quilt pattern that I'm going to do from it. So a very timely demo.
Brilliant.
And Ange makes a lovely quilt because I've got one of hers. Thank you. Beautiful flamingo one.
So there we go. That's those 2 sides pressed. Mm-hmm. And as I say, that's just my way of doing it. I'm not saying anybody's wrong, because, like I say...
No, there's no wrong or right.
Nope. Well, there is sometimes. When you're cutting out, there's right.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then we have, I'll put them somewhere, the larger strips. And they fit on. And again, you know, you can pin these, but I'm not
but
a
it's
big...
straight edge to straight edge, and
It
it's
is.
not particularly long, is it?
Nope. The longest edge, I think, is 9.5 inches.
Yeah.
So that's basically the size of the block.
Just realised I haven't drunk any water all day today. I wonder why I was dry.
Yeah. It's quite dry in here, I think.
Yeah, and I've turned the aircon off as well.
I went outside for a bit to sort of get a bit of moisture in. Do the other side. It's 1/4 inch seams again, everywhere.
Yeah.
And I checked mine properly this time. So.
And it's my pleasure, I love it. I'm just saying thank you for mentioning the quilt. It's gorgeous.
So my strips do actually fit.
Oh,
Which
you've done something right.
Yes. Have to happen one of these days, doesn't it?
Orange bundle sold out.
Oh, crikey.
That's the backing bundles. We've still got the fat quarters. Just the green left. Now, how many of the green have we got? I have a charm pack and a layer cake, and I've been trying to decide what to do with it beyond stroking it. With the bundle, I now know what to do. It'll be a fudge, but I think I can do it.
Oh,
Don't you
yes.
be silly, Sue. Of course you can do it.
Yes.
There's only 3 of the green left. That's it now. Just 3 of those left. That's it for backing. I'll go through in a minute. I'll go through all the fat quarter bundles again.
They're stunning.
Yeah.
They're stunning. So there you go. Is your block A.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So
Oh, actually, it's a perfect time for me to redo the, if you don't mind,
No, not
I'll do
at
the fat quarter bundles again. The book's in at the moment, 19.99. It's a really, really fabulous book. I can't tell you. Right. So I didn't put them back in the same order. So this is the first one I've got. There you go. Warm Brights, this one's called. Beautiful. So obviously the only backing I've got now is the green one. Oh, no, sorry, that's not Warm Brights. It's called Brights, that one. Brights, that one. The only bundle we've got left for backing. There's nothing to stop you going to the website and buying 2.5 meters and a half meter of the fabrics that you want. You might have them in your stash, but you can, if you wanted pink, we haven't got pink today, but go to the website, buy 2.5 meters of pink and 2.5 meters and half meter of magenta. You've got your bundle there.
White or black?
White or black, exactly. Navy blue. Oh, we've had navy blue. Ignore me. Right, so that's that bundle. $39.99. Now I've got the one with the black banana leaf print on it. And here we go, this one. This is the one we should have just brought in. This is the Warm Brights, this one. Warm Brights. Thing is, if you're not going to make the quilt, what a lovely bundle to get. $39.99 for your 12 fat quarters there. Gorgeous. Then I've got the green and the greeny one. This is your sea greens, this one. go. There's your bundle of sea greens. Now, again, the green bundle is the only bundle I've got left if you did want to go tonal. $39.99. And then last but not least, I've got Ocean. Okay, Ocean, there are only 4 left, but 8 people have got this in their basket. So just so you know, this is Ocean. There you go. Oh, crikey, come on, John. So if you've got that in your basket, you do need to check out. Not adding any new pressure, but 4 of you will miss out. Yep, as Paul loves to say, miss it, miss out. Right, now I've got 2 extra wide backings if you wanted some extra wide backings. Oh, here we go. Now, I'm just thinking, right? Imagine that as your background. Not just your backing. Imagine that as your background, as your stripes inside it. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, it's 108 inches wide. It's $12.99 for half a metre. Beautiful. Spots, I think it's called, isn't it? Oh, dots. Right? And then the other one I've got, the extra wide backing, is the blue paisley. If you bought the blue bundle, be nice as a background. Now, I thought this, I'll start again. Vix had a show where she had this in 4 different colours the other day. And everyone thought that the blue would be the most popular, right? And it wasn't. It's very strange. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? $12.99 for half a metre. Shelby Paisley Blue. X-ray backing, 108 inches wide. Right, so we're going to carry on. Carry on with sewing. Right, so block number... Oh, you're not finished with block number 1?
Yeah, that's block A.
Yeah,
that
block
one's
A.
finished. Now we do block B, which is...
Green bundles have now sold out, so I now have no backing bundles left.
So this is block B, which is your 4 squares, completely random.
Yeah.
I just picked ones that I thought were contrast,
Yeah.
you know. But you could, if you wanted to, have all 4 the same.
Oh, that's controversial, Sally Stevens.
And I'd have to check to make sure, well, you would have enough. Yes, you would have enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you could do.
No, not convinced.
I like the way it's done.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot more movement in it and that just sort of glorious colour explosion, which I think is brilliant. I think this is a brilliant quilt to use it for as well because, as I say, the borders, these are like picture frames around it. I think they look great. So, you take 2 of the smaller squares, sew them together.
Oh, okay. No,
Sorry, you're right. It's me that's wrong.
Oh,
it's me that's wrong. I'm going back to my other quilt now.
Yeah. Oh, it's like you made a noise then, wasn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a funny noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was shocked because I was thinking, she's going to overlay the orange.
No, no. Sorry, no.
No.
You sew the 2 squares either side of an orange strip.
Yeah.
So put the orange strip on the edge of one.
Would you keep the orange strip on the top because it's the smaller one?
Yes, I would. Yes. Yeah. It just helps you to guide the thing and make sure it's not getting distorted or twisted or that it's come away. Because if you're sewing it with the small strip underneath, it wouldn't be the wrong thing to do. But as you're sewing, you can't really see where it's going.
No. I mean, it could easily fold under itself.
It
and
could,
sew over it,
yes, it could indeed. So that's your first square sewn to your centre strip, and then you sew the centre strip to the next square. You can see how complicated this is, can't you?
Well, no, it's only complicated because you've made it.
Oh, because I've messed it up. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Emma, I'm only joking. Emma's going, oh, poor Sally.
Oh, don't worry.
She's used to it.
Used to it. I don't mind. If making mistakes shows that anybody can make a mistake and anybody can put it right,
Yeah, exactly.
then that's all I'm happy. I'm more than happy with that.
It's like I've put in this month's Simply Sewing magazine. Basically, if we make a mistake, you can get your unpicker out, start all over again. Absolutely. My brother's a surgeon. He can't.
He can't. No. That would be
He doesn't
awkward.
go to the operating theatre with a quick unpick.
Whoops. Oh, I saw a thing on, I suppose, one of the social media channels a few days ago. This lady who's just started as a tattoo artist.
Oh, no. What are you doing looking at things like that?
Well, it just comes, rubbish just comes up, doesn't it? And she was showing off her first attempt, which she'd done on a real person.
No.
I got like a cartoon. It was dreadful.
Well, I have to say, lots of my niece's friends have got their own tattoo guns, and they just sit around tattooing themselves. I know. I couldn't.
I couldn't. I mean, each to their own, obviously. Yeah. I'm not going to criticise anybody, but no. No. I like my jewellery.
Yeah. Well, you take your jewellery off.
Yes. Change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll sew the next two. Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
My niece has bought me a tattoo for my 60th birthday, but because of COVID and everything, I haven't been able to have it done yet.
You're not.
She's designing it now. Well, she's designing it. It's a surprise.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be somewhere where no one can see it.
Well, that's no point, is it?
Well, no, I can show it. Oh, no, it won't be anywhere rude. But, if I have it like under here, then I could show it to you like that, but it wouldn't be seen on every day. It wouldn't be you, Paul, no.
No.
I haven't got that much ink. You could be small and wide. Anyway, I've shown your face, you said, not your whole body. I do think it's weird, though. Well, no, like you say, each their own, each their own, each their own, each their own. But it kind of, something that makes me kind of go a little bit, ooh, is when people have got portraits. I haven't seen them, no friends of mine have got them. I used to watch that tattoo. What was the programme where people went in with dreadful tattoos and they got them fixed? Tattoo fixers, right? And people going, I took this photo in of my mum to have her put on my leg, and then the person's done like a cartoon drawing of that. It's like, there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
Well, there are some beautiful.
Oh, there are some beautiful ones and some lovely coloured ones. I don't know how long the colour lasts, but
yeah. Well, I'm old and I haven't got enough years in me for it to fade. I don't think. Becky Alexander Frost said she's going to do it on your face, but she hasn't told you yet. Don't.
Oh dear me, no. I did see one, and again, I'm not trying to be rude, but a lady, she was in a swimming pool, and she'd obviously, when she was younger, had a tattoo like of the sun around her tummy button. No. But she was a little bit older now. It wasn't smiling anymore.
No.
Oh dear, never mind.
No, they are. I think they are art for young people, aren't they? Tattoos.
But we don't stay young, you see. It's the only trouble.
Yeah, Paul, you're going to get even older and get less hair. Paul's going to go for cryotherapy, he says.
You can't stop getting older. I just think you should enjoy yourself and, do the best you can.
I've got a doctor in my street who does Botox, and she keeps saying, when am I going round? I've got an Egyptian tattoo my big sister designed, but I'm sure it reads something. I'm sure it reads something else, right? It's supposed to be her name, but I'm sure it reads something else. That's Becky again. Where is it, Becky? We've not seen your tattoo. You'd think you'd have unicorns and rainbows, Becky Alexander Frost, wouldn't you? Or an ice... No, it's not ice skating she goes to watch. What's it? What's she used to go and watch with Chris, floor manager Chris? Ice hockey. Ice hockey.
Okay, so we'll just press that. Mm-hmm. And that is block B.
Oh, Ocean Blue is sold out. Okay. I've just put it on the floor next to the bundles. Oh, she said she's got it on her arm and it's the biggest regret of her life. You see, that's it. Well, I suppose you can get them removed, but that's horrible. That sounds really painful.
And I think you just get left with a sort of white
Patch.
tattoo.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oof. No offence to anybody who has got tattoos.
No,
obviously,
no,
'cause
not
it's
at
each
all.
their own,
Not at
isn't it?
all. I've had those little temporary, like, rub-on type ones.
There's a company on Facebook that do really nice ones.
Yeah, we went to America once and they did them. They put on a pop concert and everything for us, and we all had them.
Oh.
It was good fun. It was good fun, and it took about a fortnight to come off all the same.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is your block A. That is your block B.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need. Show you on this one. You don't need to put a border on your block B.
Right.
Because you then alternate with your next block A.
Right.
And so it creates a floating effect.
Yeah.
Like so. The only thing I would just keep an eye on is, again, it's not a real worry, whichever you do, but I've kept the long strip going in one direction and the long strip going in one direction.
Right.
There. You know, if you turn it around the other way, it'll still look the same, but you haven't got the centre strip going the same direction.
Of course, yeah.
So, as I say, it's not wrong, but...
I just need to ask Paul a question. Paul, you know the blue fabric and the green fabric and the orange fabric that we used as the backing? What name is it? Can you look on the kit breakdown to see the name of it? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, no, don't worry, she's found it. There was just Sue messaging and said she couldn't find it. She's found it now. Thank you. Sorry, right. Sorry, Sally.
That's okay, that's okay. So I'll sew these together.
Uh-huh.
In the same way as I did there. As I say, I just kept the seams going in the same direction, but you don't have to. And we're going to have some seams on the back and on the top, so just keep a watch as you're sewing, that they don't get kind of tucked under and squished. It doesn't hurt if they are, but it just means that your quilt will lie flatter.
Yeah, of course.
And you won't be quilting through extra layers. Okay. And I'll sew that one onto that side. So we'll be doing basically this row here.
Right. So you've done a picture frame.
Picture
and
frame.
then either side of it is the window pane.
Window pane, yeah. For want of a better description. I mean, you can see how quickly it comes together.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
are large.
I suppose it is the cutting out that's going to take time.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very, very careful cutting at your fat quarters. Then cut your strips out, mind not to stretch them. But once they're all done, it's going to come together really quickly, isn't it?
It's only the one fat quarter you have to be careful of. That's the one you cut into 4 strips before you subcut it. The others you've got.
You're all right on the others. So it's only the one that you've got.
Yes,
to.
because
so
all
now,
the others
if
you've got 3 strips.
If you did make a mistake of that one with the 4, is there enough fabric elsewhere to do it in a different fabric?
I think you would have probably enough mixed bits to probably do it with.
Yes, so it's not the end of the world. If the one they ask you to cut into 4 strips, you do not make a mess of it, but do get it wrong, there's enough fabric elsewhere to make those 4.
There is. Yeah. And to be honest, if you end up with a patch... Sorry, I'm going to sneeze.
Oh.
Bear with.
That's right. Very
the...
quiet, ladylike sneeze. Put some, can you sanitizer? Sorry,
oh, sorry.
It's just there on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot I gave her the one. We swapped them.
The trick one.
I did it first thing this morning. I went, I'll get Sally have that one. And I forgot about it. Sorry about that. What we said.
Yeah, so if you did find that you've got some patches that just won't cut to the right size, I think you will have enough if you go around the edges of it to join 2 bits together.
Yeah.
And make one that's the right size.
Yeah.
And because these are quite busy prints, I think you'd get away
Oh,
with
no,
that.
no, totally. And also, when you start quilting it, you could almost incorporate that seam into where you go swirling past.
Indeed.
Swirling past, yeah.
So I chose for my one, gosh, that's cold, you know.
It's because it's alcohol, isn't it? So, yes.
For the one where you have to cut the 4 strips, which is a little bit tighter, I use this fabric.
Yeah.
Rather than
Grape, that one's called.
Yeah, rather than the more solid.
Oh, okay.
So that if you did have to do a little join.
Yeah.
It really
yes, because if you did the damask flowers, you're going to see
You'd
it,
see that much more obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea. All right, then. How long have we got? Oh, 4 minutes. That's fine, then. 4 minutes.
4 minutes. So I'll just do the triangles after this then.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because we have to leave this hour early anyway, because we've got to go to Yarn Lane, you see, so we have to finish a bit early in this hour.
Okay. So I'll just quickly press that. This little iron is quite good for this one as well.
Oh, I think they're available on the website anyway.
I mostly use big iron at home, but I have got a travel iron that I use. Mostly I use it for classes and things, but I've started to use it a bit more at home now. If as I'm working on just the left side of the sewing machine. So we then have corner squares, which are, if we go to the quilt, no, it's not that one, it's that one. These are the setting triangles. So they're what goes there. So you decide which way up you want this.
Oh, excuse me, I'm going to cough really bad now. There's lots of fluff in the air today.
There is. So line your triangle up nicely. And I probably would pin that one because you have...
Now, are you lining up the 90-degree corner?
With
the flat to the flat,
flat
not
edge.
the pointy bit to the pointy bit.
So...
I do apologise.
That's what I'm doing. And again, they explain this in the book. Make sure that your triangle is along that flat edge. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly pin it. I won't pin it all through.
Yeah.
It is a bias edge, so it doesn't hurt. And then I probably would turn this over and sew from the wrong side.
Because of the seams?
Partly because of that, but partly because you don't really want to sew a triangle from the point.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because that can get really...
Yeah, that will be dug down. Yeah.
And it's a nice solid flat piece of fabric, so you don't need to watch what's going on with it quite as much. I think it's chewed me up there. I think I've got some mismatched threads in here as well because I just found what I could find.
Is it nesting up again?
Yeah. It's all right, we can survive. It is nesting a bit, but we'll just bravely plod on.
Yeah, because we're down to our last minute anyway.
Okay. And then you end up being able to hold your fabric so the point doesn't distort.
Of course, yeah.
Here's one I did earlier. So the only final thing to do now is to cut these, what we call dog ears, off.
Yeah. And would you cut those off before you sew the top triangle?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise you'll end up with lots of fabric flapping about there. Yeah. And again, they mention that in the book. It's very good.
Thorough, aren't
they? As well as you were describing with each pattern, them having tips and techniques, there's a whole section at the back of the book that covers everything, binding, you name it.
Oh, do you know what? I said earlier they're most probably watching. They're most probably at the Knitting and Stitching show, aren't they?
I guess they might be, yes. So I might have got away with it then.
You might have got away with it. They'll watch it later on YouTube.
And that is my...
Okay. Don't need to say it because we've run out of time. So
Okay,
you literally
okay.
just say
But
it.
that's that, and that will be
And then you just-
the corner.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, Sally. When are you in next, do you know?
I think it's the 3rd of November.
63rd?
3rd.
A 3rd November. Thank you very much, Duke. Been lovely to see you. Very quickly then, I've got the book, which is £19.99. Fabulous book. Please, please, please check out on that. Hundreds of these have gone. Hang on, we're just waiting for the camera to come across now. There you go. Quilts from Quarters. Pam and Nicky Lintott. Lovely, lovely, lovely book. Right? The 3 fat quarter bundles I've got left are sea green. Very quickly. There are only 6 of those left. All the backgrounds have all gone and the bindings have all gone. Then I've got the one with the black damask flower in. This one's Cool. Cool Brights. Quite a few of those left. And then the last one here with the black banana print on, Banana Plantation. Warm Brights. Okay, tomorrow's menu. It's me again tomorrow. Here you go. Christmas Makes with Janice is the first ad. She's making a book and a table runner. We've got rainbow fabrics, which are stretching it a bit, but they're lovely. We've got Love from Beth Storage Pods with Janice at 10. Lights and Tools is 11, mainly lights. Oh, and tomorrow's the last day. You get discount on that light, by the way. And then fabric bundles under £15 at 12 o'clock. Right, now, we're off to Yarn Lane now. If you are coming with us, stay where you are, because it's on the telly. If you're watching on YouTube, the Facebook or the website, you do need to go and find the Yarn Lane version of it. If you've bought something from me this morning, then your P&P is paid for over on Yarn Lane. It's all about baby knits today, by the way. If you've never logged into Yarn Lane before, it's exactly the same as you log in for Sewing Street. Now, I'm saying that if you bought from me and your P&P's covered and everything, but the items from Sewing Street don't appear on Yarn Lane, and the items from Yarn Lane don't appear on Sewing Street, so you do need to come over and buy. But there's some really, really beautiful, we've got yarn, we've got patterns, we've got books, we've got toys, all sorts of things. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Sewing Street at 8 o'clock. It's Hayley, the big boss, producing me tomorrow. And if you're coming over to Yarn Lane, I'll see you in 4 minutes on Yarn Lane.